Hello, and welcome back to another trek through the dungeon. This time bringing you the adventures of... Oh, I didn't show you that I named him already. Let's go back. Okay, they're not giving me the opportunity. Fuck it. Slimey-Wimey the Naga Wizard. Now, Slimey-Wimey was a Naga Wizard. We're gonna focus on conjurations initially. With a side training of fighting. Why is it grayed out? Oh, because I'm not in manual mode, that's why. There we go. Focus on conjuration with a side training to fighting to bolster my abilities. In fact, early game, let's just focus on damage, conjurations. So what is the deal with Nagas? I've wanted to ascend a Naga for a little while, so it's kind of been in the back of my head. And honestly, Nagas are a bad race in many ways, but they have some good points that should help. They are slow, possibly the biggest disadvantage Crawl has to offer. They have neutral aptitudes to most things, which is not good, not bad. Except, of course, armor and dodging, where they have negative aptitudes. So, fuck. And shields. You know, anything defensive. But the flip side is their HP totals start off big and get bigger, and they have resist poison, which can help a lot with early game survival. Poison breath is not that big a deal, but early game it is definitely a nice boost to your DPS. And gives you something more than just your minimal magic darts to rely on. So again, not all bad. Ooh, Elven Leather, I believe, is no spell casting penalty, so definitely want that for its trivial bonus to my AC. So let's go ahead and start doing my thing, and thanks to my poison immunity, I can totally eat poison chunks. It is very important as a Naga to be conscientious about who you draw to attack you and when. If you're wasting your stealth bonus, I mean, you have the stealth bonus. If you're not making full use of it, you are wasting it. Okay, that's a kill. Any minute now I'm about to get the blink, which I so desperately need in order to not be constantly at risk of death. Blink obtained. Definitely want to slow train translocations a little bit, just to get that off the ground, while butchering some corpses and hiding. A lot of hiding. You got to think of yourself as a serpent. You are in the wings, not putting yourself out there until it's too late to stop because of your poisonous strike. The reason I picked Wizard is because Blink can get me out of life and death situations despite my slow speed. Because Mephitic Cloud even is you know, it's good on anybody, but on a Naga I have the inbuilt resistance to poison, so melee range Mephitic Cloud is still a perfectly safe tactic. And then, you know, just in general, the early game is going to be my hardest part to survive, so it makes sense to give myself one of the best early game survivalists, and then just play it by ear for surviving beyond that. I could potentially have gone with a non-wizard background, but I kind of felt like doing wizard, so deal. I guess partially because Whippet is my main channel run currently, and I've been doing a lot of him right now, so I didn't want to do that with my spare time as well. Alright, so killing a rat. I'm not gonna lie to you, I've gotten this isn't lucky exactly, but not getting unlucky with a Naga is really nice. If within the first 3 turns you run across 2 hobgoblins, or a goblin with a club and a hobgoblin, there's a good chance you're dead right out the box, so it's kind of nice to survive. And now with the floor under my belt, I have a lot of options. Okay, I'm gonna go away. That adder is getting closer and closer. It's gonna be at melee range, and even without poison to worry about, still got damage. Okay, poke, poison, poke, death. Perfect. Intelligence boost. Train the Mephitic Cloud. Can't do Conjure Flame quite yet, but we'll get there. How's Translocations looking? Blink is still at 14%, which is too high of a failure for a life-saving spell. And so I will continue to grow it out. But yeah, Nagas do get a very good bonus to HP every time they level up, so hitting levels is making me a lot more survivable each time. I'm not using this dagger for any particular reason, so I'm willing to try out new weapons, and hey, a melee poison weapon is definitely a plus. I do not have Conjure Flame, so I can't trivially kill the slime, but with 9 darts, I might be able to whittle him down. Yep. And again, the level giving me a little bit more MP is definitely helpful. The level up, I should say, not the floor. Okay, so far so good. I'm admittedly a little bit bolder here than I need to be. I could be doing a better job hiding and slithering in corners than I have. Oh, please be Butcher Corpse. You're not showing me what you are. Animate Skeleton, yes! Okay, I love this spell. It gives you a melee ally that you can hide behind. A meat shield, if you will, without denying you the corpse. It's also a nice elbow into training your necromantic skills, so all around a really nice spell. And as a Naga, you're going to be slower than just about all your skeletons, so it's not even like you have to worry about outrunning your allies. Yeah, I'm just really glad I got that book. This is vastly... you don't understand. My chances of survival have gone from, like, for me personally at least, 30%-ish, maybe, to about 75-80%-ish. And picking up that book has just secured, no, we're talking 80-85%. As long as I'm a little bit careful early on and don't run into a bad unique or miscast Fitted Cloud 3 times in a row, which, incidentally, I need to start fixing, so spellcasting can go on, as well as poison magic, because poison magic I'm so well trained in. We're going to turn off... No, actually, spellcasting is not that good right now. Conjuration still on. Focus spell, poison magic, so that we can get Fitted Cloud going as fast as possible. But, you know, if I can get that Mephitic Cloud up and running, I should be in really good shape pretty soon. And yeah, a couple miscasts of Mephitic Cloud, attempting to use it against a very strong unique that I found way away from a staircase or something. Yeah, I can still die. It's not like I'm invincible. But I'm significantly less invincible than I used to be. Thanks to the ability to retreat behind my meat allies. You know what? I'm not sure what this sword could be that I would value more than my current sword, unless it was like bonus AC. So it's a flame sword. I will hang on to it, though I probably will never use it. If I'm looking for just pure damage, it may end up being more valuable to me. How come I didn't auto-eat those chunks if they were in your inventory and you were hungry? Anywho, floor done. Next floor. Immediately going upstairs. It's a matter of how to pull your enemies, and I'd like to pull them apart. Oh, right. Hunger is an issue, too, as a Naga, on account of the fact that you're so slow getting from A to B that just moving around the level starts to punish your hunger stats. Like I said, one of the biggest weaknesses they can give you in a game like this is that is slowness. If you doubt that, just picture the Spriggan. They have low everything practically, but because of their speed, they're considered super good. Alright, much better, much better. I wonder if I can wear helmets. Yes, I can wear helmets. Awesome. It's not any real different than my wizard hat, though. Drop the robe. I don't need to carry around junk. 33 health. Let us slither our way towards Crazy Youth. How good is... Mephitic Cloud is still quite fail. Where is he? I don't see him. Moved in and out of view. Okay. The nearest staircase is too far away to reach easily, but I have 3 allies to hide behind if things go south. Got him poisoned. Just get out of the way. There's no point taking any chances here. Drop a self-mephitic. Good. That totally hit him. Got him. And you'll notice that literally, the only thing that gave me the boldness to go into it was, but I have 3 allies. And it was those allies that made this possible. One of them he killed by accident, but the other 2, without them, I probably wouldn't have been able to deal with everything I just dealt with. So hooray! Let's keep moving. Hunger, I hunger. Let's ID the drinks. Definitely the drinks. We can put on this ring, and if it's wrong, we can try for a remove curse, but it wasn't. Eat a strawberry to take the edge off the hunger. I don't really want to eat chunks unless I have to. Wait, those are javelins. Javelins are important. Please quiver them. Perfect. That's exactly what I needed right now. A little bit of snake to eat. How is my spell hunger? Good. Level 1 is hungerless. That's all that I really care about right now. Okay. Floor's cleared. Next floor. Did the game freeze? A little bit? Okay. But yeah, this is going to be one unbroken recording. If it takes a long time, it takes a long time. Okay, if it takes a super long time, it may not, in fact, be unbroken. I might stop it eventually. But my goal is to do this all single segment, win or lose. And then be done with it. I should continue retreating to the nearest staircase. Nope, too dangerous. Just leave. Just leave. Waited any longer, things would have only gotten worse. That's not a corpse, idiot. Well, fine, butcher it and eat it. I'm hungry. Let's try a different staircase down. Yay, level up. Different staircase down. You jerk. Alright, poison magic has now leveled up enough that more than that is over-focusing it. We're gonna trickle air magic for a little while, just to really improve my Mephitic Cloud, because that is more likely to be a spell I rely on pretty heavily than any other. Ooh, bad news bears. I really want to get some allies up before I take on the wizard, but okay, we got him we got him confused, so we have him. There's food here, so we can just eat that. That's a zombie, so we can leave that to... What kind of zombie is this? So worker ant. I don't really need this corpse. Let's just get out of here. Get my health back to full-ish. Alright. Let's try a different staircase. Poison. Stack it with the sword. And take him down. Butcher, eat. Poke, kill. Okay. How's this going? 14-14. Very good. Now we're going to go to spellcasting to raise all my spellcasting stats a little. Blink should be hungerless would be nice. Even if I can't get it hungerless, taking the edge off it would be nice. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but I turned on stealth for a short period of time. Just wanted to add a little bit more chance of survivability to my incredibly slow character. So far so good. Poke, 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 kill. Okay. Test quaffed a random potion, turned out to be heal wounds, reading curing, and berserk rage. We now know all our potions, and berserk rage actually could prove to be life-saving in my situation. I doubt its speed boost will be enough to get me to a staircase or anything, but if I end up Unholy of Holies stuck fighting at melee range, its health boost plus DPS boost could be exactly what I need to survive. Yay! Meat shields! I love my meat shields. And we just got a bunch of something, whatever it is. Random uselessness? Okay. I never memorized Conjure Flame, did I? Need to go back and do that. Conjure Flame memorized. And incidentally, if I didn't have Animate Skeleton in this game, you bet your ass that I would have used Summon Imp instead for the same purpose. It wouldn't really do the trick, because imps tend to blink around when you least want them to, but it would at least have been something. An ally that moves faster than I do. It should go without saying, but every time I level up, I'm totally taking increases to my intelligence. Also, you may have noticed that message that said that as a Naga, I became harder scales and my AC went up. Yep, that's a side benefit of being a Naga. Spellcasting has continued to improve my overall... I really want my mana to go up. That's a big part of why I'm doing spellcasting right now. Hungerlessness, well, granted, I'll admit I'm a sucker for, is not the only reason or the core reason even why I'm doing it. Okay, turn off stealth, turn back on fighting, focus conjurations, enter the tomb. Drop a zone of fire. Since it did nothing, close the door. Drop a zone of fire. Shout. Okay. Presumably whatever was in this room died due to all these traps. Okay. Opening the door before running away. Unfortunately, you can't outrun these things. Drop some fireballs in their wake. That was a miscast. It was not a that was also a miscast. And now it's not a matter of miscasting, but a matter of they outnumber me. Fire the fluorescent wand. It is a wand of flame. That was a hit. That was not a miscast, so I should be able to drain out most of their numbers with this diminishing fire cloud. Excellent. Now I'm running lower on food, and I'm willing to use a ration to stay here. The biggest scare of these being the poison needle that gets you poisoned so long you die if you're a low health caster is not an issue for me for multiple reasons, not the least of which being that I'm not vulnerable to poison. So, come on, who else wants to die today? What kind of snake are you? You're an adder zombie? I can beat up adders one-on-one, I'm sure. Okay. Now what? Take me out. I mean, not take me out, take me somewhere. That was a miscast. That was fire. We got at least one live one. Miscast again. You know, I'm going to lead you guys all the way out through the trap room so that you're standing on traps and I'm not. Okay. Kill. Examine the next room. Nothing. This is an arrow trap. It deals significant personal damage. I will need to use that against whatever comes out at me. Nope, the fire went up, so I can just use my fire and stand on the poison darts. And I'm stealthy enough that these guys right next to them didn't even notice me. Use the arrow trap. Take them all out. Alright, we found an alternate way out, so we might be getting there now. Oh, crapeth. Bail. Definitely a bail scenario. You go right back to the arrow trap, I guess, if you got nothing else to go to. And then put my own fire over it to increase the likelihood of things dying to me. Okay, everything dies. How do I want to do this? I have a wand of flame, right? So let's just kill him with that. Okay, got them both. I'm technically dealing with a cursed on blade, but it's not that big a deal since I wouldn't really be doing anything else. Oh, beautiful! I'm through. Definitely don't want to test to drink potions you find in a ossuary until you're absolutely sure you're not going to get whatever mutated. So drop all of those. Let's test read a couple scrolls. Remove curse. That's nice. Curse weapon. Okay then. Curse armor. NaWz. Ooh, blink scroll. Possible savior of my life. What is this, by the way? 7 curare needles? On the off chance that I end up being a curare or a needle blower, I might as well hang on to some of the curare stuff too. Though more likely than not, it's just going to end up being something I need to find a trash bin for. Fog. That could be life-saving against certain enemy types. Let's go ahead and drop all the useless. If I want to make noise, I can just scream. For I have no mouth and I must scream. That orange potion came from this tomb, so I dare not risk it. Let's get out of here. I'm becoming significantly more bold now in my approach to levels, because I have 54 health, which is enough to not die to one stupid hobgoblin by mistake type scenario, and I also have enough options for escape that if I'm forced into melee, I can, as long as I have some magic, I still have some options. Conjurations needs to keep being upped until Magic Dart is maxed, which it is, after which point it may keep being upped, but it is not to be focused. Let's go ahead and work on my periphery spells for the moment. Translocations needs to be more reliable. I'm sorry, I'm not willing to accept it as it is. Fighting will leave on for the moment, and air magic we can train a little bit more as well. No new ID scrolls. Poke, poke, poison. Poke, poke, poke. Poison. Instant kill. Ooh, glowing elven dagger. Could be better than my short sword. Not wieldable though because I'm cursed. Fair enough. This curse is not worth actually breaking. Not with only 2 removed curse scrolls. Wait till I have like 4 or 5. Just read some of these things that you haven't read yet. Silence. Nom noms. I'm gonna have to test this wand out at some point. And hey, the point has arrived. It's a wand of teleportation. Hallelujah, hallelujah. That could be a lifesaver. The ability to choose my exit point at any time. Well, not any time, but the ability to say I'm leaving now and then leave a couple turns later. I may not be fast, but I am a hardy individual as a snake, and my slowness doesn't affect me if I stand still. So if I cast teleport on self and then stay perfectly still, I can potentially escape a lot of danger that running away simply wouldn't allow me to. 10%. Fitted cloud. You know what? I should probably angle towards Book of Power / Poison Dart and Poison Gas. All of those are reasonable spells, and that means upping poison damage a little bit more. I know it's premature to choose a spell school before you even have any books for it, but I mean, just come on, man. I'm a snake. If I don't do anything with my poison abilities, I'm really working uphill. Paralytic eyeballs aren't that scary when you are not being attacked by anything else. Ugh, a second book of minor magic. Okay, fair enough. That said, I don't think I would have survived this long without Mephitic Cloud, so... Not without some very different playstyle at any rate. Rip, tear, kill. Rip, tear, kill. Poison. Stab you repeatedly. Okay. I do like that my Naga continues to gain bonus intelligence as part of his as part of his race benefits. I don't know if that's a unique thing, as in they only get intelligence benefits, or if there's a mix of choices and I just have gotten lucky with it twice, but I do enjoy when my character acts like a mage when I'm playing them like a mage. Okay. Raising even more dead onto me. Yeah, this weight carrying capacity for all these corpse bits is going to be an issue eventually. Let's go ahead and test the wand before I start attacking him. Easy resistance, fine. Spit poison. Poke him until he's dead. He is dead. Spread the Mephitic Cloud a little bit more. Spit poison. One of you is going to get hit. Just stab you guys repeatedly and then poison. And alright, there we go. When you're willing to stand your ground and fight, playing a Naga looks a lot like playing other things. When you're trying to run away, it suddenly looks a lot more scary. But yeah, at this point I have less and less doubt with each passing minute that I will most likely make it. Barring my own personal stupidity, which, let's be real here, is quite a large untapped natural resource. Questionable that it's a resource, I guess. But yeah, it's, barring me doing something incredibly stupid, I have the tools at my disposal right now that I shouldn't die. Blink is down to 6% fail. That's reasonable. We'll fix the rest. We'll buff the rest out with spellcasting. I have too many schools open, so turn one off, I guess. Or maybe just focus everything except one of them. In effect, slowing down my focus on just one of them. Alright, next floor. If you don't get Mephitic right away... Okay, he did, good. Yeah, if he didn't get Mephitic right away, I was just going to make a bail for it. It was admittedly a risky prospect, since I had so little knowledge of this floor and so little to retreat to. But the risk-benefit is that I get an ogre skeleton if I succeed. And I succeeded! Let's go ahead and continue using my poison breath even now that I'm out of mana. And then raise the dead a little bit more. Oh, holy night, the Nagas are rejoicing. Alright, so now the eternal question. Sif Muna or Vehumet? I'm kind of going for a slow and steady and play it safe approach, so Sif Muna makes sense. Vehumet is probably better for survivability because of the conjuration boost that he gives. And the range boost, given that I'm a slow character. Whereas Sif Muna is more like a, if you want to be in this game forever, choose me. Screw it. I'm going Sif Muna. He's closer, and I don't care. You coil in front of the altar of Sif Muna. Great. You know, and he's also low maintenance. That's kind of nice, too. Teleportation scrolls, excellent. Amnesia scrolls, irrelevant since I went with Sif. Enchant weapon 1, very nice. Curse jewelry, whatever. Magic mapping, that's fine. Let's go ahead and put on all of my other rings. No idea what it is. That's a good enough reason to take it off. Nothing else to wear. Okay, we're good. So far it's been about a half hour? About a half hour. And I am following the rule of keep going until win or die, so... I just flung my javelins at the end of that guy. I think I can hold my own by the door here for quite a while. And I have my skeletons to fall back on if stuff goes super south. Drop a fire zone. Issue an attack order so that other people chump block him. Perfect. But what felt strangely unrewarding? Oh, the idiot walked into the fire, I'm guessing. Yeah, he walked into the fire and got his ass killed. Of course it felt unrewarding, you moron. Well, okay, I guess that's not what they're trying to say. They're trying to say it felt unrewarding to me because they thought I was trying to kill him. Useless trident is useless. I would rather go back to a sword of venom. Though a reach weapon makes perfect sense as a Naga. If I find a good trident, I'll definitely go for it. If I'm just trying to stack DPS, actually, a trident might be the better option too. Because I can start from further away. Okay, definitely want to go and spread gas ASAP in a vault like this. Focus the wizard, or the priest, sorry. We'll go do everything we have to hit it. Okay, all of you are still confused, right? Good. Intelligence boosted even further. And before these guys become unconfused, let's make sure that they don't have the chance. I swear, it feels like if you get poison off and you kill the target, the amount of time taken for poison to refresh is much less. The breath to refresh is much less than if you don't kill the target for some reason. You know, like if you miss with the poison breath. Alright, we're just gonna poke you with magic darts until we drop a fire in front of you to end you. And of course, using the positioning of my allies to restrict the number of body blows I would take in a situation like that. Easy kill. And just continuing to play very methodically, very safely. Maybe a little bit less safe than I need to be, but than I ought to be, but a little bit more safe than I need to be. At least right now. The army of skeletons behind me is really going to be helpful here. even if I don't technically want to lose EXP to them doing my work. Oh, I'm completely out of mana. Yeep. Let's go ahead and get away. Raise the dead. Oh, I threw all my javelins in the water. Bummer. Well, no big deal. Let's just keep going. Wait, was that a portal? That was a flag portal. Go back to it, bro. Don't skip that kind of stuff. I mean, I get how tempting it is to kill everything you come across, but you know. Flag portal, enter. Looks like a Bailey. It is a Bailey. Doesn't look like one of those... Oh, it is one of the range damage Baileys. Take a step. Confuse. Give up any chance you had of being silent because you used Mephitic Cloud. Okay, how are we doing now for spell fail? Poison magic has brought Mephitic Cloud down to very low levels. So until I have a new spell that requires poison magic, it stays off. Spellcasting helps everything. Conjurations is how I intend to go, so those can stay on. I have an elf behind me. I have an elf in front of me. I don't mind melee range Mephitic Clouding on account of being a Naga. Oh, something is behind me. That was unexpected. Let's once again make for the stairs, but because something's coming in front of me now, let us blast it with flame and kill the Deep Elf Summoner, which of course restores my breath weapon. Continue to be careful. Things are actually getting really dicey here. I may have to leave if I can't secure an advantage very quickly. Okay, that was a big advantage. Him being dead, I mean. But you being back is not an advantage. And there's still that asshole on my back who's potentially... How resistant are they to hostile enchantments? Somewhat. I could take a 50-50. You know, I have enough heal wounds that I can just do this. So let's do that. And then make for the target in question. Mephitic... Nope, I'm about to die. I'm definitely about to die. Let's just get out of here. There's one more thing I can do. Where's my Berserk Rage? I'm too hungry to Berserk, huh? Fine. Fix that. Then go Berserk. And then get out of here. All those high-level elves I killed were worth a lot of experience. Even if I was forced out of the Bailey sooner than I would have liked. I now have 72 health and fucking a lot of MP. There may have been a way for me to win that Bailey. I'm not sure. I didn't realize that I was gonna get flanked. I thought that my back was to the exit, the only exit, and not realizing that put me in a very bad situation when, you know, suddenly there's something behind my back shooting me for respectable quantities of damage. Alright, this is my best chance to win this, is while I still have this giant armada. Unfortunately, I am getting smitten from out of range, so I'm just going to back the hell away. And as I run, drop confusion behind me. Okay, this one I can't confuse. I will attempt to paralyze him. It did succeed. And then we're just going to run. And by run, I mean slowly move away. Noxious Blast is not that scary since I am poison resistant, but again, I can't run, I can only walk. Okay, with him paralyzed, I can run away now. So let's just run away. There's no need to be a hero. Try and kill him, that's tempting, especially when he's paralyzed right next to you, but it's not like I'm a stabber. I don't have that luxury. RM. It's gonna be an enchant. It's gonna be a recharge probably, so let's recharge the... Nope, it was an enchant armor. Which is fine, I didn't have any armor worth enchanting, so no real loss. Whereas if it had been a recharge wand, the extra teleports could have been life-saving. I need to remember I can teleport in this game. Oh, good lord. I am so glad I didn't just keep pushing go. I wonder how bad I'm not hitting with this poison dagger very much at all, or poison short sword very much at all. I'm kind of worried that it may be a very negative enchantment. Also, I'm not very well trained with it, so it takes me forever to perform an attack. MP is getting low. Liberal use of poison breath is like the best way I can see of adding damage per round to my character right now. Okay, poke him once, then back away. Make sure that there's an open spot for fire. Nope. There's a cloud there, so I still can't fire. Stop attacking him, folks. Come to me. He's not taking the bait. We're gonna have to kill him. Magic dart should do the trick. It's one-on-one and I'm in a good condition to fight. I don't mind fighting. Now we'll see how much this room was decompressed and how much it wasn't. All the skeletons remain, that's a plus. And all that confusion must have actually resulted in some deaths. Drop a poison on the weakened orc commander or whatever he is. Let's go ahead and shoot you. Breath weapon is back. Finish the orc commander. Finish you. Okay, they're all dead. Good. Let's go ahead and resurrect all these skeletons. Animate skeleton works no matter how old the body gets. Hey, you. We don't take kindly to animated skeletal snakes around here. You know what? By the time I have enough to actually care, I'm going to be done using melee weapons, so let's just keep boosting this short sword with every plus weapon I get. So let's test the dagger out. Of course, it's cursed. Anything else that's cursed that I can get rid of? The curse on it? No. Nothing else to test? Alright then. Let's go ahead and remove curse. Drop the cursed meaningless dagger. Stick with the uncursed short sword of venom and keep going. Shoot the coca, shoot to kill. Next floor. And again, for those of you less familiar with my style, for some bizarre reason, despite the fact that you're on this channel and watching my video, I tend to put a lot of emphasis on... Sorry, I completely lost my train of thought. For those of you not familiar with my style, I tend to put a lot of emphasis on correctly assessing the danger of a situation and then acting accordingly. And I love to do this thing where I treat the melee weapon that I'm using with the appropriate seriousness, but realize that come mid-game, all I'm going to care about for my melee weapon on a caster is what kind of enchantments it has that have nothing to do with its damage property. So using all my +1 scrolls elsewhere is sensible. Turning off fighting for a moment, let's just really focus on what I'm doing here. Magic resist is fine, I don't care. Just ditch the elven leather then. It's a little bit less AC admittedly, but not a lot. And this way I'm like 10% less likely to be dropped into the abyss, which would be instant death. Chabriados is a good choice for a Naga, but old Chabriados is better than new Chabriados, IMO. And regardless, I'm already having enough trouble being slow and winning the game. I'm not about to become super slow and win the game, not without going full-on Transmuter or something, and this is clearly a Conjurator that I'm running right now, not a Transmuter. Okay, so there's the Water Moccasin Skeleton. We'll just poke it to death. This is what an effect that I've noticed a lot of in Crawl. Situations can be extremely dire, and then... situations can be totally fine for a while, and then suddenly become extremely dire. Right now it looks almost like I'm on autopilot with how quickly I'm doing all this. But pretty soon, I'm sure, something's going to happen and it'll be a life and death scenario. Like when I ran into that room and saw all of those orcs. Suddenly it went from ho-hum to oh Oh ho hum to oh mum. Come on, I think this floor is about cleared. What floor are we on? Dungeon floor 8? Excellent, we're making good progress. Almost certainly going to make it to the lair. And you'll notice that just as I predicted, the presence of... You know what, why don't you guys go ahead and finish this fight for me? The presence of summoned skeleton was... Wow, seriously, you all died to him? Was instrumental in my survival at least twice. Alright, floor's complete. Next floor, please. New blink scroll is about the same as giving me a 1-up, which I always like. Grab that trident before attempting to give life to anything. Now I now have a reach weapon, which is better than a melee-only weapon. Especially for a slow-moving son of a bitch like me. Poison, poke, death, ID scroll, any, yes. ID all the rings, please. ID, wait. Ring of Magical Power is a definite wear. What else? ID, other ring, sure, sustenance, why not? ID, whatever I have 5 potions of. Potion of Slowing, I have 5 of them. God, the game hates me. What just happened? I entered a teleport trap and ended up in the middle of a slime mini vault by the looks of it. Not that scary a slime mini vault, mind you, but whatever. Unless it already ate all the loot or something, in which case I guess that makes sense. Ooh! Ow! Confusion time. You all can die. Raise dead, raise dead, raise dead. Drop the fire. If you guys could absorb that curse for me, I would be most grateful, but since you can't, I'm gonna kill you thing myself. Take a look at what got cursed. Magical power. You know what? I think I can live with this. Oh my god, you just walk right through it, jerk. Orc warrior is poisoned by my breath. Blink. Orc warrior is poisoned more. Orc warrior is dead. Alrighty then. More killing, more poison. More reasons to be the aggressor in every situation. Why don't you come closer to me and step into that fire, huh? Oh, you're not that dumb, huh? Well, you are when you're confused. It's not so secretly. I am hoping for a spell book, and for that to happen, I'm going to need to regain more piety. So I'll really just keep doing what I'm doing, training skills and finding more enemies to kill to keep getting more experience. These guys are all about to die. They're dead already. They just don't know it yet. Whoa, 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 whoa! I'm losing a lot of health here. Drop the confusion and get out. Use the trident from range to finish your job. Okay. Magic darts did not finish the job. Confusion. Takedown. Kill. Yeah, a snake can't, like, a naga like me can't really track down its prey very well. But if its prey is being retarded, there's always the chance. Keep stacking them poisons. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Last time I assumed this was the wand recharger, so this time I'm gonna know that it's the enchant armor, but I didn't mean to use it, so it was a total waste. I just mentally thought it was the recharging. Dyed orcish leather. Let's try it on, see what it is. Plus 2 cold resist. Only thing it really weakens in me is the animate skeleton capability, which was already pretty low to begin with. I'll take it. Spellcasting conjurations are nice, but please focus conjurations. It is your primary offense. Also, we'll take a few points in fighting at this point. A few more points in fighting, I should say. That HP total is how I'm tanking. Righto, floor's complete. Next floor time. That's a staff that definitely merits further discovery. And that's Urug, who definitely merits further fear. And by fear, I mean me being afraid, not fearing him in some bizarre fashion. Okay, we did get him confused. That's a plus. Unfortunately, we missed him with the breath weapon. I do have the bonus MP that I can actually spam spells a lot longer than normal. Unfortunately, this confused ogre took 3 steps towards me in a row, so how confused is he really? Alright, let's go ahead and grab that staff. Ooh, mana capacity increases even further. Unfortunately, that's really just not good enough for my purposes, for what I'm really trying to go for right now. Let's instead run with the Sword of Venom and come closer. Troll, why don't you come all the way over here and then show me how unafraid of fire you are, because you are not a D&D troll. Okay, maybe you're just a moron. Damn it, see, if I had kept my enchant armor, I could have been aiming for troll leather right now, but I foolishly pushed the buttons too fast. And don't kid yourself, troll leather has enough AC in it to be worth my while, worth trying to outtrain the armor penalty even with a -2 to my armor training. Okay, that guy's dead. Chunk of hobgoblin flesh, dead. I'm not sure what that is, but given that it's a Zom mini vault, presumably terrifying. Burn up the jelly. Keep raising dead as I go. I'm resistant to cold, so the fight that awaits me does not scare me. Okay, now though I'm out of mana, which didn't last terribly long. Oh, god damn it. Did not expect that slime to so successfully eat everything. Hey, look, it's Urug again. Go kill him. I don't expect you to kill him, but I do expect you to tank any long-range shots of his while I get on with the whole killing him thing. Got that poison off. Throw a couple of his javelins back at him, and boom, got him. Wrath. No, I don't want the Mace of Wrath. I do want that. And that dead. And what do I need to drop in order to not be overweight? I got my second book of Minor Magic, the book that I've already read every spell in. It's nice. ID potions, always ID potions. Until you know the bad ones. Put on the ring. Ring of Fire, don't need it yet. Strength is fine. Off we go. Poke. Oh, that's going to wake up half the level. Let's back away. Of course, among half the level is Gastronach. Possibly the only unique as slow as I am. This hellish run. Yeah, I'm going to need to pull something with me to make this trip worthwhile. And I pulled you. Amphibious dick. Okay, so far so good. Stacking poison with my dagger is always a nice touch, because it preserves my breath weapon for when it may be more needed in theory. Now that Gastronach is staring at me and I'm not at low health, let's test to see if he's confusable or poisonable in any way. I don't know if I got him or not. I'm not likely to find out anytime soon. Just go upstairs and deal with this guy on my own terms. Whoa, I just got drained. This guy is very scary. He can drain me. Don't know what he drained me with, seeing as to how he just has an orcish flail, but ugh. Eat a lychee. Try the same door I went down the first time. Unfortunately, these fungi have never been dealt with now on account of Gastronoc showing up, so the whole floor is likely to be littered with their problems soon enough. Gastronoc doubtlessly has hasted himself. He'd be an idiot if he hadn't. And he may be an idiot, but he's no idiot. Okay, I'm taking a ton of damage from Gastronoc, so let's just get out of here before he kills me. Try the other door. I have enough health that I can totally tank this, but tanking and killing him back is not the same thing at all. A couple yak skeletons. Good, good. Return to the first area. Go kill that. Nope, wait. Gastronoc. Confuse and attack him. And staying out of line of sight for a little while. There he is. Confuse all of the intermediates between us. What are you vulnerable to, dude? Why don't you tell me? Resist hostile enchantments, sees invisible, slow and large. Doesn't say he resists poison. There's the poison. Throwing all my javelins at you. What else do you want from me? Disintegrate. All of these require a check except maybe this one. Fire, fire, blink, poke, poison, confusion, poke. Oh crap. Blink and don't die. Please don't die. Heal wounds. But don't die. Poison. He's so close to dead. Fire. Holy crap, that's so much damage. How is he dealing that kind of damage to me? Okay, I'm all in now. If he doesn't come around that corner and die. He died, thank God. Okay. I was gonna say, if he doesn't come around the corner and die, I have to teleport, and all of the heal wounds I just spent were a total waste. But he did die, and that means that they weren't a total waste, and I'm doing okay. Yeah, there's no way I can catch a running away anything. Wake up the hippogriff, and there we go. Get more experienced. Okay, mission accomplished. Unfortunately, I am very low on heal wounds. Fortunately, my curings could not be beat, so, you know, if I ever get poisoned... Oh, wait, that's not what happens to my snake. Next floor, please. That looks like the entrance to the lair. Let's pick off some of the less serious enemies, or the more easy to kill enemies. Let's throw up some mass confusions. We're obviously planning to retreat, so we just want to sow as much damage as we can before we do. Drop another poison on whatever you are. Drop a fire into the middle of nowhere. And, you know, because with everybody dancing around confused and so many enemies, something's going to stumble into it. Their obituary will read, stumbled aimlessly into fire. Like that yak just totally walked into that fireball in front of me. Focus the other guy, please. Throw javelins at him. He's almost dead. Make sure to reconfuse the yak. Whoa, even more enemies are showing up. Which means even though I'm winning this fight now, I won't be for long. Let's drop the new confusion in their direction. I really need to actually lock down and kill my cripple targets here, though. Somehow. There, Orcish Warrior is down. Not sure what I threw that at, but okay. Quiver the poison darts and throw them... Actually, throw the axe first at the yak, who dies. Good. Let's channel some magical energy back. In the interim, twice, 3 times, 4 times. Okay, perfect. Now we start throwing mass confusion everywhere again. And you gotta appreciate that I've been standing on the stairs this entire time, fully ready to retreat the moment the situation changes. And right now the situation has changed because one way or the other, we've got deep elves with all manner of good stuff on them, and a large army, and I'm at like 1/4 mana, and they're at melee range. So let's just get out of here. There's no reason to stand and win. I've definitely decompressed that chamber a lot. This is even worse, so we're just going to get right back out, kill somebody, have an ally ready, and then go back in. Unfortunately, the yak. I was expecting the centaur to be right next to the stairs. Instead, it took the far more intelligent route and went to the opposite end. Oh well. I have enough health to tank a few centaur shots. Come on, you stupid son of a bitch. Pull the centaur. Self-confusion. Or self-mephitic, and then nail everything. Keep eating. In we go. There's no way to pull this guy. Unfortunately, he is exactly the kind of guy to pull. And with 2 wizards, or 2 priests behind him, it's going to be very difficult to unlock this floor anymore. But I do have enough health that I can afford to tank a lot of damage in my attempts to pull things with me. You guys need to get confused ASAP. And you... Oh, this guy's using a ranged weapon too, so he's not going to get pulled. So no matter what I do, I'm not going to be able to break in there without standing my ground, which is very difficult against a zombie that's immune to mephitic. So we're just going to back off. Okay. Every door apparently on this floor is hell. Let's drop fire zones where it's appropriate. Let's try and pull... There we go. The troll is dumb enough to come alone, right? Let's just pull the troll and take him out. Unfortunately, there's an imp that has appeared behind me since, so I do need to run. Please just blink. I don't know why this troll seems to be able to follow me despite being confused. That's the problem with trolls. Even when they're confused, they're still very dangerous creatures. Okay, you killed him. Now he's butchered. And if I had an enchant armor scroll, we'd be in good shape. Hey, there's the recharge I was hoping for. Let's recharge the Wand of Telly, please. And we'll just leave that troll hide there for next time. Okay, so where were we? 4 whites and a centaur. I think I can deal with this. Perfect. They all came upstairs. Thank God they didn't all have drain or anything. That would have been irritating even if it wasn't dangerous. I think we may have broken into this floor from this door, because the enemies are finally slowing down. Okay, floor is cleared. Back away. Foshaga. Oh my god, what a clusterfuck this has become. Just keep poking until everything dies, eh? Can't give life to the dead, but I can surely butcher the killer bees! And then, you know, poke and poison and shoot everything else. There we go. Now I have an ally who can provide a 1-turn, 1-shot meat shield. Also, these stores are apparently pretty good. Let's check out the armor shop. Gloves of Strength, Cloak of Poison Resist, Robe of the Archmagi. Of these, Archmagi is a must-have. Strength is a definite bonus over nothing, and I can afford both. I'm going to buy the Archmagi regardless. Frankly, I've gone whole runs where I never found an item this good. For those of you who don't know what it is, excuse me, Archmagi is a generic spell enhancer. It makes all of your spells more powerful. Ooh, wow, these are no slouch either. couple identify scrolls would go a long way for me right now towards weeding out all of these potions that I still haven't been able to ID. But I'm bound to find more ID scrolls. Whereas something like plus to my strength, while fun in theory, in practice I don't really have a strength problem with this character. I guess also in practice, plus 2 to AC is plus 2 to AC no matter how you slice it. So let's go with that. Let's go with the plus 2 to AC now, and just bear in mind that if I come across a lot of money, I can always come back and buy some ID scrolls. Recall could potentially be useful, maybe, but again, in practice I'm slower than my allies, so there's no need. All these other things I don't really care for, except Control Blink, which alone is a must-have long-term. Short-term, training translocations to the point that level 7 spells are castable is a giant time investment, and I'm not willing to make it just yet. Let's train up necromancy just enough that it's no longer the bargain basement level it's at. Like I shouldn't be in a situation where I can't reliably raise skeletons. With a level 1 spell, all it takes is like 1 level of experience, thanks to my spell casting being high. Okay, we are now back to where we were before, from the other side, against the Deep Elf Watchman, who, not being immune to poison, is about to die. Horribly. Okay, so there's 16 arrows underneath that plant, nothing more. There's a bat nearby? Where? Oh, right. It's a lush Lair entrance. Let's let that all do its thing. Yeah, now unfortunately my allies are getting to the point where they're annoying because they steal my credit, but whatever. Blink Scroll for 55 is a damn steal. So worth having. But I don't have no 55, so let's just go ahead and buy an ID scroll real quick and use it on that Potion of Resistance. Thing about IDing potions is I don't usually do it unless I'm being careful, but it really, not only can it save you from a game-ending mutation, which is the biggest reason, in my opinion, to do it, but also because all those potions that you would have chugged and not used, now you have the option to actually use. So it's like getting a free potion half the time if you get a potion that you actually care about. The converse of that is, so what? I generally don't use those potions. I don't get around to using potions most of the time. I play characters that are good enough that potions aren't necessary. Except, of course, the big three. Or the big ones, you know, heal wounds, heal whatever, and magic resist. Oh, that's not my zombie. I don't know why, but for some reason I just was assuming that zombie was not offending me. And wondering why I was losing so much life. Oh god, that's a painful friggin' weapon you've got there. I'm not sure what was in it, but Lord knows you eat your whiteys, or Wheaties, or whatever they're called. Okay, let's have a sausage, and go back into the fray. Poison the troll, confuse the troll, throw poison darts at the troll, poke the troll, and reconfuse the troll the moment he comes back into vision. Reconfuse, poison, poke him to death. Yeah, without the ring of magical whatever ring, you know, the one that gives me more MP, I would have been in I would have had to be a lot more careful and retreat from a lot more fights. Strip the bones out of your carcasses and excellent. Okay, more pizza. Poison. And kill the hippogriff. I think that should do it. Yeah, animate skeleton is down to totally respectably low levels of fail. If I actually want necromancy, I'll train it more later. But there's no guarantee I end up going the necromantic route or even finding spells that make it worthwhile. Oh, you biatch. All of you are going to be confused, poisoned, and stabbed until you die. And then I will drink the crimson blood. Okay, well, maybe not. That's a bit more hardcore than even I am going for. The good news is, if you take a quick look at my Sith piety, I'm totally getting there. We're just gonna ditch everything we just, that isn't yak that we just picked up. Ooh, whatever that guy was wearing really made him hard to kill, and there's shiny elven scale mail here that makes me curious. Shiny elven scale mail, AC 11. AC 10 without it, and that actually is better, so yeah, fuck it, we're going with this. I mean, the thing is, Robo the Archmagi is just fantastic, honestly. You get some fireballs with that kind of spell power enhancement. Yeah. The yaks will... My skeletons will take care of whatever doesn't die any other way. What are you gonna do? Call Bea on me? Oh, Bea! Scary snake came and nearly stabbed me to death with a knife. You idiot, snakes don't have hands. Oh, right. I guess it must have been a naga. Fuck it. The thing is, between the combined weight of all my summons, which aren't really summons, but you know what I mean. Stop. You guys don't attack. I want to finish this guy. It's getting harder and harder for me to claim kills out from underneath them. On this floor, at least. Okay! That's the kind of sword you pray for. Resist fire times 2, int plus 4, inflicts wholly. The resist fire type, the int plus 4 alone is a nice touch, but RF++ makes it is a good sell. Our poise is redundant, and holy is not that useful. It's a very niche brand, but I'll take it. Of course, 1,549 gold is nothing to sneeze at, so don't plan on picking that up until after, at the very earliest, after the Orcish Mines. Alright, so where are we at? An hour, and off to the lair. You, come upstairs with me. You, come upstairs with me. You, stay down here. Die. Alright, we're in. Never know what kind of reception you're going to get when you enter a staircase, and it helps to have a plan for how you're going to clear it out, even if it's just pulling enemies repeatedly. Let's check out this trident. Oh, these aren't my allies. What happened? Oh, I can't carry that many items, can I? Let's drop all of these alternate weapons I'm clearly never going to use. Okay, a trident of venom is strictly superior to a short sword of venom for my purposes, because the only reason I'm using that X of venom is to apply the poison status effect repeatedly, and being able to do it from +1 range is immensely useful. For example, observe. Poking from range, poking from range, poking from range, and it dies. Never putting myself at risk. Okay, so far so good. Let's poison the stack of you, then confuse you, then just shoot you repeatedly until you decide, oh my god, enough is enough, please save me, Mr. Postman. And I'll be like, I ain't no postman. And then you'll be like, oh, I guess I'm Yeah, I guess I'm done for then. And I'll be like, yes, you are, and then I'll shoot you in the face. Or something like that. I really haven't planned this out. Yes! This is exactly what I love. I'm resistant to poison. I have enough tools to win this fight. And when I'm done winning it, oh my god, but the beasts have gotten behind me so easily. It might almost be worth. The thing is, if I blink, odds are almost 50-50. I end up completely surrounded by hostile bees. So it's not necessarily as clear-cut a choice as you might imagine. Okay, I think I got the queen bee. Either that or she retreated. Either way, I'm happy. I'm taking a lot of damage. Let's get into a 1x1 hallway where I can't be flanked quite as much. Granted, I can't spread my poison quite as much, or my confusion quite as much, but I'll deal. There we go. That's a nice sucker shot. That should get them all good and confused. Drop a flame zone, a pair of flame zones, and they are either going to kill each other or get burned to death. I don't really care which one. Hey! Sif Muna Piety pays off, and I get IMB and Poisonous Cloud. I love these spells. And Freezing Cloud. These are all great spells. Poison Cloud may be overdoing it for me, because I already have a lot of ways to apply poison. And my real threat is from creatures that don't care about my poisoning. But, what the hell? Maybe I'll get Ignite Poison down the road. For the time being, consider me game. What's the spell now? Poisonous Cloud? Yep, memorized. Alright. We'll set that up on the letter I, which I usually use for my zone spells, especially my Frozen Cloud. Perfect. Works on the first try. You're dead. Spellcasting, conjurations, and poison magic. We can turn off fighting for a short period of time, I suppose. Oh, I forgot. I'm wearing Robe of the Archmagi, which means I'm totally getting bonuses to my spell power, even with my Cloud spell. This is just going to be wonderful. Okay, that's the other side of things. I still don't really have good castability on this, so we're going to go full out. Poison, air, conjuration, spellcasting. Everything is here to help me learn how to cast this spell. And if not hungerlessly, then at least with lower hunger standards than might otherwise have been expected. It's not going to be hungerless, I'll tell you that right now. I'm not doing enough to get my intelligence that high, and my spellcasting that high. I'm not a deep elf, where level 5 hungerlessness is an expected, not exactly benchmark, but a point that you almost always reach. Where level 4 hungerlessness is a tactic that's worth practicing. Or not practicing, but worth, intentionally going after. Here it's more like it's a convenience. If I can, I can. If not, great. There's plenty more. I can eat poisonous corpses with ease, and by the time I have hard times finding food, or poison creatures, there'll be other things to eat. Or my spell hunger will have gone down naturally anyway. See, this is why I love this zone. Against enemies that are vulnerable to it, it's guaranteed to hit. And guaranteed to hit is easily worth twice as much DPS as a spell that is you have to roll to hit. At least sometimes, maybe not easily. Is worth more. How about that? Try this new wand out for me, please. Draining, very nice. Glad I used it up on a jackal. I don't like draining. It reduces your EXP. Let's start off with a fire, and then poison. And rely on my summons to keep them in place. Oh, dreidel, 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 I made you out of clay. Dreidel, 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 I will play. Sorry, I was listening to the South Park Christmas classic, Mr. Hanky's Christmas classics a while ago, and it's kind of stuck in my head now. Okay, this is a much more dangerous situation than it appears on account of the Hydra. We're just gonna get the hell out of Dodge. Don't care how many of my allies die as a result, they were just expendable. I've also failed to cast Poisonous Cloud now like 5 times in a row, which kind of also sucks. Let's go ahead and carry this black bear corpse downstairs with me. Wherever I pick my alternate entrance, I want to have a bear to help me out. Also, I just got more experience, so it's possible that we won the fight instead of lost it. Not counting on it or anything, but that'd be pretty cool if that was the case. I mean, it never occurred to me to think, how am I going to deal with Hydras, but should be okay. Just, set up good... See, the thing is, my normal tactic would be keep dropping fire zones so that they walk through fire repeatedly until eventually they die. That's not going to work with this guy because they're going to outrun me into the fire, or they're going to outrun my fire zones and get right up melee with me and then beat the crap out of me. Normally, I would say as a Hydra, you should have the help to tank, or not Hydra, as a Naga, you should have the help to tank it, but I know for a fact that I don't have that kind of health. Look, you don't need to pick up all the strawberries, alright? Okay, apparently you do. Pull back, drop the fire, finish him. Stop, don't attack. Okay, fine, I'll walk into the fire just to... Wait, what did I lose for walking into the fire? I lost a recharge scroll. Yeah, I forgot about that component of walking through fire. Didn't want to lose all my summons, but that was stupid of me. Come on. Okay, what is the fail rate on this thing? I should really not fail it 3-4 times in a row like this. I mean, at 38% fail. I guess it's 38% fail. It's not that unlikely that you fail it a couple times in a row. But man, gassing... This reminds me about why I like to play the not spider pits, the hive as much as I did, and how sad I was to see it go. Killing large swarms of bumblebees when you are equipped to do so is incredibly satisfying. Let's also, because I have so much food, let's channelize some of this mana back. I am starving, that's unfortunate. I need to pull back as a result. I do need to eat, so we'll eat a choco. And that should give me enough HP, enough hunger status to confuse my enemies. Which should give me enough hunger status to eat a frickin' ration just so I can end this stupidity. I would say it's a waste of a ration, but the truth is, when you look at the fact that I have literally 12 rations worth of food in my pocket, not counting all the other food that I've picked up, yeah, it sounds stupid to do anything that even smacks of maybe kind of putting myself at theoretical risk on account of hunger. Okay, what other spells have I gotten that I didn't even bother looking at? Shock, Flame Tongue, IMB. IMB is a great single target damage spell. I am seriously considering picking it up, but not sold necessarily on account of the fact... Oh my god, seriously? I am a house of food. I am a walking house of freaking food. Okay, to kill the Hydra... There we go, it's on me. Wand of Flame. Need to deal enough damage to get it to back away. That was admittedly a lot riskier than it had to be. Moral of the story, I can't afford to try that again. It won't work out too many times. Let's come up with something better for next time, shall we? What to drop? Let's drop all these chunks of uselessness and drop half my rations and 24 strawberries. Or half my rations and 24 strawberries, please. Thank you. Okay, where's the troll hide that I left behind? Now that I have a scroll of enchant armor, I just want to take care of this right now. Read scroll of enchant armor on the hide. see. Poisonous Cloud is 3 short. Conjure Flame is 3 short. With the Robe of the Archmagi, 2 short, 3 short. It is clearly helping my spell power. I don't know that I can actually, in good conscience, wear troll leather armor over this. It is just a robe, and if I get to the point that I'm already armor trained, then maybe. But without some specific indication that says you're wearing armor, I'm not giving up AC to wear this, is my point. At least not yet, because I don't have any AC or any access to AC to give up to wear it. Let's go ahead and start throwing around poison. I'm gonna do the bitch on Wednesday. He's the bitch. And no, just to be bitch. Let's go ahead and drop these unused rings, whatever they may be. +1 strength. I don't even know why that's equipped. Put on sustenance. Ring of Fire. Sorry, but no, thank you for the moment. Now, what's this new book of yours, Sifmuna? Poison Arrow. Single target damage spell, absolutely worth learning. Conjuration of Poison. Sounds like a win to me. We're going to go ahead and drop Sifmuna's Book of Destructive Poisoning, but air magic can be untrained now. We're just going to focus poison conjurations, because Poison Arrow is going to get me through most of the game, quite frankly. And we already have air up to 4, so... Well, still, that's a lot of fail for Poison Cloud on account of the air being low. So we will allow Trickle to air for a little while longer. What letter is it on, by the way? F? Okay, F is reasonable. I tend to use F for that spell. ZF. Yup. 1 shot, 1 kill. That's how it should be. The downside, of course, being it is a hungering spell. It is quite a hungering spell to make extensive use of. And it uses up so much MP that those 3 misses have really set me back. MP-wise. Okay, that's all of them. Alright, idiot. Step right into my fire while I poke you to death with a poison trident. Let's just get out of here. And off we go. Dreidel, 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 I made you out of clay. Dreidel, 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 with dreidel I will play. Choose the stupid games. Alright, MP is channeled back, off we go. Nail the basilisk. Oh Lord, above have mercy. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Let's ID this ring. No, ID the potions. Potions first. Potion of Speed. Definitely a potential lifesaver. Potion of Invisibility. Again, a potential lifesaver. I can even see in the dark. I can even see invisible, so I don't even suffer those combat penalties. That's how amazing poison arrows, by the way. I use it against a poison-resistant black mamba, and still practically one-shot it. It deals all about 30% irresistible damage, and a lot of damage overall. Range is just shy of magic dart good. And it can poison creatures that are immune to poison. Like now I have an answer to my issue with hydras. Just go nuts with poison arrow. Downside, of course, is that now that I'm using it more and more, I'm putting myself at risk of being in situations where my mana is too low to effectively live or escape. And my hunger status. My hunger status is actually becoming a pretty regular weakness I need to do something about. After all, Poison Arrow and Poison Cloud are both maximally hungering spells. Not maximum, or sub-maximally hungering spells. Rats ahoy! Rats ahoy! Old lamps for new! Okay, that last one made no sense, but old lamps for new! Poke, 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 poke. Res, res. And start spreading your gas, son. Spreading that gas. See, wasting my poison arrow Gatling gun on these guys would be a total waste, on account of the fact that they're so trivial to kill. Alright, that should about do it. What's new? Let's try on all these new rings. You never know. Ring of Wizardry. Brings my spell fail down to manageable levels. But my spell fail is already down to manageable levels, so it's not really that big a deal. Like, I'm not miscasting spells that much. What I am is getting really hungry off these spells, so it might be nice to get rid of spell hunger somehow. I.e. training up my intelligence even more. But no matter what I do, I'm always going to have some spell hunger to my level 6s. Just taking the edge off it is pretty much all I can hope for. Suffice it to say, I'm not using my breath weapon very much now that I have Poison Arrow. It does what my breath weapon would typically do in most situations I would consider having used it. Let's go ahead and drop, a couple of these poison clouds. Have you guys come right up to me. And end you. I mean, I'm not going to be able to be so liberal with eating all my you get a corpse per kill in the lair practically. That does not exist as the game goes on. That luxury does not exist as the game goes on. But for the time being, I might as well take full advantage of the luxury. Shoot you with a poison arrow until you are weakened, until you are dead. Cool. 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 Alrighty, where we got? Dead Croc is dead. And Spiny Frog and Lair and okay, floor 3 is done. Let's see what we can do with Gatling poison against the Hydra. We got it. Got it too, and we got them all. Conspicuous book involves... Okay, Sif Muna has apparently decided to be very generous because everything he's given me has been something I like or care about. Fireball plus poison magic. We can now begin training up fire to cast Fireball, turning off air magic entirely. Focus fire magic because I want to raise that to skill. And in fact, temporarily just ease off on poison magic. No, keep a slow train. Poison arrow is 6% fail, sub-maximal damage. Fireball is 10% fail, way subpar damage, but it'll all come up now. And once I have my fire training underway, I'll just be able to blow stuff up like crazy. Oh, I'm out of mana, I forgot. You are so dead, though. You're dead where you stand. I mean, at this point, I don't even really need to dissect corpses for skeletons that much. It's a useful security blanket, but it's just a blanket. It's not like I really need it. Let's drop all these wands of paralysis. Odds are fairly good that if I'm up against somebody and trying to paralyze them, I should be trying to kill them instead. Drop a lot of poison clouds. And my god, the yaks, they die. Your tail grows strong enough to constrict your enemies. Excellent. Excellent. I am now a higher level Naga than I was before. You know, I haven't done very much I don't think I've ever gotten a Naga to this point, but I also, like, in terms of tail construction, but I also don't think I really play enough Nagas for that statement to mean a whole lot. And I must say, if you can survive the early game with them, they become much, 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 much simpler. Their slow is always going to be a problem, and one that I don't doubt will keep me from winning the game in the long run. You just watch. The time I do die, it's going to be somehow related or exacerbated by my slowness. But until that happens, I'm going to reap the full entertainment and rewards of having a bulky, tanky caster. Okay, we're gonna get rid of the nausea. It's gone. We're just gonna blow away the Hydra from range. Honeycomb. It's dead. That Hydra got way too close, unfortunately. We're gonna have to back off. There we go. Poke, 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 take down, poke, poke, take down. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. But I will eat your flesh and you will succumb. Singing this song this way seems awfully dumb. And then the lyrics came while I was on rum, drinking coke, yum, coke and more rum, playing on a drum. Alright, off we go. Looks like 4 is about complete. I'm not sure what's killing you, probably the trap. Down a 4 we go. Without even bothering to put on fire resist, I just shot him point blank and killed him. Knockout of the rat. Oh, poisonous death cap mushrooms. I wonder what these guys do. Not enough to actually find out. I'm mostly concerned about whether or not they die easily. The answer seems to be easily enough. Alright, that's almost everything I needed done here. Unfortunately, my health is running, or my mana is running low, so we will, or my hunger is running low, my mana is also running low. So let's go ahead and fix all these problems at once. Oh god, it's another one of them. Definitely going to channel back as much mana as I need to try and kill it. Alright, very good. What's on me? My god, how many of these things are there? Poke. Let's take you guys in order, I suppose. Okay, I'm about to die. Activate the teleport, please. And then eat a honeycomb to fix the almost dead part. The starvation was actually a serious risk, since it meant that I couldn't cast spells or channel mana. I strangled a snake. Awesome. And you probably are the guy who I ran from before, but now you run from me. And I strangle a snake even as I turn to stone. Swiftness! Hallelujah! 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 I don't know the rest of this song. This is the game changer. As if I needed another game changer. How many game changers can you have in a row? But Swiftness means that I am no longer slower than everything. I am merely periodically, occasionally slower than everything. Or it means I'm slower than everything until I absolutely need to not be, and then I'm not. Now I'm betting the spell power on swiftness is so bad as to be negligible. But that hardly matters because it exists. So I can just run away. Oh man, I told my skeletons not to attack, but they clearly didn't listen. I really wanted full credit from just making them walk through my poison trails. Actually, the swiftness lasts a very long time. It's still going off that initial cast. It's also almost certainly completely hungerless at this point. Because I did train air for a while, and I could probably afford to train charms just a little bit to get it off the ground yet again. Yeah, it is hungerless. Jesus, this is such a good spell. Charms of air. I have 5 spell schools on, so one of them needs to go off at least. And my vote will be for pure conjurations. Let's improve my fire and poison schools a little bit more, since utility is at least part of what's going on there. Whoa, 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 whoa! That looked like Naga barding. It is Naga barding. Okay, let's drop the Wand of Baby Boo Boo, the Wand of Flame, which I've already used 13 times, so it can't have that many shots left. Wear the Naga barding. My AC is now up to a very respectable 16. Test all of the new wands out. Wand of Cold is an excellent wand. Magic Darts is about as useless as they come. And what is this one that I haven't ID'd yet? Confusion. Alright. Loose Confusion. There we go. Off we go. Boom, 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 boom. As much as I would like to take credit for earning all the Sif Muna gifts that I have, I've done very little, honestly, beyond just being constantly training my magics rather than switching to defensive skills for a while. You'll notice that I intentionally walked into range just to maximize how many... I'm warning you, you Black Mamba, stop. I keep shouting stop and it keeps attacking. I hope it dies. Look, just because I'm not shooting doesn't mean I'm not dealing damage. Asshole. Guess I should be grateful that his problem is that he is attacking my targets when I don't want him to, instead of not attacking my targets when I do need him to. Let's try out some of these potions, eh? Agility, restore abilities, red potion. There we go, found the potion of mutation. Potion of magic, whatever. At this point, I'm less concerned about wasting tons and tons of ID scrolls on a few potions. The only one really worth IDing at this point is going to be the potion of cure mutation, and the odds against finding it are high enough that it's not going to be worth my constant energy. Eat everything, and off we go. I think... yeah, this lair has been incredibly good to me. I've gone from being powerful to being, not endgame ready, but mid-game ready at the very least. I'm ready for the end of the mid-game. That's probably correct. Let's drop a bunch of poison clouds. Right down to having the controlled blink spell that I desire to work on for the later challenges the game will offer. Let's go ahead and get some more MP back. Alright, what's next? Drop the Wand of Draining and keep moving. Poison Arrow. Magic Dart. Test Quaff. I don't think I can actually kill these guys, but Be damned if I'm not going to try. Let's begin with that. Open the door, then back the hell away. I don't think poison's going to affect them. I'm in fact fairly sure it will not. Yeah, it will not. That's fine. As soon as they give me a shot, I'm going to start blasting with fire. I think I got him. I think I got them all. Oh my god, it never... Well, clearly Sifmuna is in a good mood today. I'm going to take Orb of Destruction. It's a very good single target guaranteed damage spell provided it hits, and it tends to hit pretty well, and it only requires conjuration training. I mean, all around it's just a wonderful spell. It also is going to have to force a change into my training pattern. Charms is already up to 4. Excellent. Because now Conjurations becomes worth training again. Conjurations of Fire and Poison. That's the way this is going. With a few pure damage spells for the guys who resist both fire and poison is kind of the logic here. And while my spell of choice for that category used to be Isekundrun's Mystic Blast, but with all of the changes to it, including that it now explodes into an AoE occasionally, but deals significantly less damage to a single target, I no longer much care for the spell in that particular role, and I found that with even a little bit of common sense, I guess, it's quite easy to get hits off of Orb of Destruction frequently. Layer 6 down to how far? Layer 8, along with a Minotaur's Lair. Let us map this place, find the Minotaur's Lair, and make for it, recognizing, of course, that we are at risk and therefore cannot be pig-headed or bold in our approach. I don't see it, so let's try this again more systematically now. Well, I have no idea where it is, unfortunately. Even after doing magic mapping, I don't know where the Minotaur's Lair is. Let's try this little nestled room. Nope. Although I will eat the bread ration. Or rat flesh, that works too. It's kind of the same thing. Okay, brisk ticking of the clock a long, long way away. That's all well and good, but I ID'd the room and I couldn't find it, so let's assume it's here. I mean, I have no idea where to look, so... And I refuse to use another scroll on the off chance that it's somewhere where I would never have been able to reach, and that's why I didn't see it. There it is. Yeah, what the hell, in we go. I should be just fine. The key thing is going to be finding it quickly, and given my slow speed, making sure sustenance is on, and that I keep casting swiftness to reduce the amount of hunger I take. I think those should be the salient features. Also, don't forget, I do have the ability to blow walls up with Wand of Disintegrate or Orb of Destruction. Some certain kinds of walls, I should specify. However, I'm pretty sure these walls that I'm moving through right now are the thickness where that stops working. 1. 2, the amount of hunger required to use Orb of Destruction in such a casual fashion is probably pretty extreme. So use it only for specific targets. There we go. Black stone. I must not be that far away. And green stone. Please let that be a clue. Yes, I'm pretty sure that was a clue. Ooh, wow, that was awesome. He died fast. What do we got here? Lots of good looking stuff, but only 3 artifacts that are really worth carrying out. 4 artifacts that are worth carrying out of here. Frankly, the chainmail isn't worth carrying out, because I'm never going to actually do what it takes to get to the point that I can wear chainmail. Oh, and I can drop all of these needles at this point. I'm pretty much past the point in the game where I would have made use of needles. Do I have an ID scroll? No? Okay, that would have been nice. Figure out which of my haul was worth it and which wasn't. Yeah, we can quaff the poison potions, I guess. Don't need them anymore. Like we ever did. Staff of Wizardry is pretty useless, but since I don't have one in the main level, I will take it with me. Drop the boring Elven Dagger. I don't even know why you still have that. Anything else of note here? Nope. Off we go. We're gonna have to... Oh, we're overloaded. Why, what did we take? Oh, we took the Minotaur's flesh. That was stupid. Drop that and get out. Kill you. Try on the rings. You never know. Maybe there'll be something obvious and awesome. Evocable levitation plus int plus 1. Something plus int plus 2. I'll take int plus 2. I don't much care for... I mean, I don't like losing sustenance, but it's not that big a deal right now. Also, all these books need to be dropped soon. Here's what we're gonna do. Go upstairs to L1, and we'll drop all the books up there. Oh, right, I got shafted down, didn't I? All the more reason to figure this out sooner rather than later. You killer bees seriously cracked me up. I'm not sure what you were thinking of doing, but it looked like you were trying to hurt me. And that's just funny. Do I have 18 cure potions? Jesus Christ. Alright, we don't know the way. Just keep going. We'll find the way out. Up we get. We get GL1, please. GL1, please. Just take me there, damn it. Stop asking me so many questions. Put on Ring of Sustenance while you go. Okay, here we are, GL1. Alright, now we're going to drop all of the books right here. And really quickly make sure that there's nothing that I wanted to immediately access to. Nope, nothing really. I mean, Freezing Cloud would be nice, but I'm already doing fire, poison, and single target non-elemental damage with Orb of Destruction. So down we go again. I had a couple sausages to stave off hunger on the way. Okay, I'm still overburdened despite having lost all my books. I can lose the stave, I don't need that. And again, we can trim the number of rations that I'm carrying. It's kind of redonkulous right now. Finish off the exploration phase. Oh, no, I want you to blast the Hydra with fire. There you go. And you can die with lesser means as well. Just leave the chunks where they are. There's no point trying to carry everything. This one, on the other hand, we'll take with us. What's the new book? Haste! Huh! Okay, that's a great spell to have. You know what? Where are those identify scrolls? Wait, there's actually an identify scroll on this floor. Beautiful. Go figure out what all my stuff is. Guys, I'm trying to kill that. Do you mind giving me a hand? Thank you. ID, the one of these that I would actually use, the jeweled leather armor. It is -5, dex -2. Heavy rune chainmail I'm never likely to use anyway, so we'll just ditch it. That should correct my weight problems for quite a while. Water moccasin, blast you. Okay, down a floor we get. No, we don't. We poison you instead before burning you alive. Or not alive, as the case may be. Okay, new floor. Lair 7. I was shafted past here. Hell, I am bold enough right now that I could probably take on a dragon if the conditions were good. No more ID scrolls. Drop the amnesias. Try on the amulet. I don't know what it is, so remove the amulet. Never wear unID'd amulets. There's enough bad ones that are bad enough and subtle enough that you wouldn't notice. And then there's the bad ones that will get you killed the moment, and that's the first time you'll know what they are. Alright, let's ID these rings. Hunger and int +2 is a lousy combination. I don't need evocable levitation really, so all this is doing is int +1. It's a pretty weak ring, all things considered. Hunger sucks. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Hell, I've been wearing sustenance. I dislike hunger so much. So, and 2 intelligence is hardly enough to justify putting it on alone. Now, there may be other properties that make that ring add up to more than the sum of its parts or whatever, but until I know that for sure, I'm not wearing it. So, the artifacts actually have proved rather not that great. Nothing here I want, which is good. Why am I saying it's good? Because that's a first. Thus far, every other book Sif Muna has given me has been something, has had at least one spell that I wanted, really wanted, or really, really wanted. Okay, floor's clear, next floor. We're already starting off on a good note. Oh, come on. Okay, drop all these chunks that you're carrying, except one. Pick up the 20th cure potion. I'm basically going to dump all these cure potions in a pile when I get out of here. Apportation isn't actually a bad choice off that list, but I'm not obligated to pick any of them, and I'm not going to either. Apportation falls pretty clearly into the category of spells that may be good in theory, but in practice I don't know how / never use it. And right now, it's not a theoretical match of Krull, it's me playing the game trying to win, so... What are you guys gonna do, man? This whole hallway is gassed. You have no idea how tempting it was to just burn the whole forest down, honestly. Jesus Christ. Drop the Sword of Flame, please. Clearly beyond using weapons for damage of any kind. I would drop my Poison Trident, but that at least offers the theoretical utility of hitting targets I couldn't otherwise hit. Soon enough I will replace this with a weapon or a stave that provides me some tangible benefit to my castery. I think we got most of what we needed to here. All healed up. Let's drop a bunch of poison into the air. There's poison in the air. Whoa, did I die? No, okay, good. Guys, everybody stop and just let them die. Also, let's drop the rotting chunks that are weighing me down. I don't see any point in carrying those. Ooh, stave. Could be anything, but potentially useful. Fireball takes you guys out. Oh, it's not just a stave, it's 2 staves. Staff of Death, Staff of Summoning, drop both please. And all the rotten flesh. Just because there's no point having an empty hand, otherwise I would drop this too as being pretty useless. I have 9 chunks of grizzly bear flesh. Jesus. Alright, on we go. New ID scroll, ID the other ring, please. Hunger RN int +2. So int +2 plus resist necro in favor of constantly getting hungry, even without factoring in my spell hungering. Thanks, but no thanks. Especially because I am a slow moving creature, that effect would be amplified horrifyingly. Oh shit, run away from the burning bush. God is not speaking to you, you are just trying to get burned. There's a big difference. Okay, so far, so good. There clearly is some sort of... There's actually no hidden room by the looks of it. I'm used to there being a hidden room in the end, but if there is one, please let me know afterwards in the comments because I don't recognize it. And as I don't recognize it, I declare the lair complete and will make my way back to lair 1. I mean, after the auto-explore finishes. Okay, out we get. Drop, and here we set up the drop patch. So, drop 3 bread rations, 3 meat rations, all the strawberries, half the honeycombs, scrolls of enchant armor, because the... Actually, I could probably sink those into my Naga barding, but whatever. Wait until I have Naga barding of some kind of enchantment, I guess. I don't know, we'll see. Drop the... I'm not using wizardry now, I'm not likely to use it for a while, but we'll still hang on to it. Drop cantrips. Hang on to enchantment, you never know, but the spell levels are coming back slowly, and once they hit 6, I'm going to want haste. And we'll train charms appropriately when that point comes. Drop half the remove curses-ish, 3 teleports, 1 blinking. It's good to have a spare on that. Don't need silence. Drop the poison darts, but hang on to the javelins. Drop the brilliance pots, and agility pots. Basically, I'm just strip mining my hand here. Okay. Floor is cleared, off to the Orcish Mines. Why the Orcish Mines, you ask? There's a lot of money to be made there, and money is something I would really want right now. Also, I'm not going for a fast win or anything, so might as well go for the maximum easy EXP first. And you never know, there's a chance, just a chance, that I'll get other cool Sifmuna gifts, thanks to the goodly Orcish slaughter that I'm about to feed into my EXP total. Yeah, I'm totally... It's so different from early game where I was scared of everything. Now, the extra HP that I have as a caster begins to help a little bit more. I have swiftness if I need to pretend that I'm not slow for a little while. And I have enough ranged and seriously devastating spells that when enemies enter my LOS, they become scared, not the other way around. Because they're the ones who have to figure out how they're going to reach me and then kill me. Alright. Floor is cleared. No, it's not. Let's just drop the poison cloud and then let them drift in towards me before I start fireballing back at them. Not to mention I have Sif channeling, so the opportunity always exists to get mana back in a pinch if necessary. Granted, I've made far less push towards using this game than I would normally, but I've also had the luxury of getting the Ring of Magical Capacity, which quite filled the need that Sif channeling might otherwise have filled. On-demand mana regeneration is kinda great. There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch and it's bringing me out the dark. Finally, I can see it crystal clear. Shit, bear. See how I'm moving every piece of you. Never underestimate what Nago spit will do. Oh shit, it's an Occolob. I walked in too far. Orb of Destruction a couple times. Okay, just took one. Unfortunately, the acid corroded me before I managed to kill it, so stripping off my -1 cloak. My Robe of the Archmagi is now down to just 1. And it was probably worth it because I just got 100 gold, and I am in fact building towards a specific item that does require money. Building my finance total. $5 says when I have the money, I'm going to be like, ooh, but I don't want to lose all my money. Maybe I should wait and buy something more expensive down the road. Because that's exactly how I act. Oh shit, okay, that's a Cyclops. New plan. Swiftness activated, let's leave everybody in my poison trail. Pretend I'm a normal speed character for a little while. Instead I'm singed. Mix, mix, swirl, mix, mix, swirl. Drop poison and run away from it. Orc? Where? I don't see an orc. Oh, there it is. Poke, poke, you're dead. Ha 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 ha. Alright, that's a floor clear. Begin by torching the big targets. That was a mistype. That was a typo. That was not a typo. Okay, that's all the big clusters. No, there's a big cluster or two left. Next, focus fire on the important target with one poison arrow after the other until they're down. I'm out of mana, actually. Crap. I didn't want to take too long regenerating it, because there's a lot of good corpses down here, just waiting to be used. Yep, there we go, and use them I shall by eating them. You might wonder why I'm not raising giant armies to my service. Couple reasons. Firstly, many of these, too many cooks spoil the broth, and right now I'm self-sufficient enough that I don't need them, and that having too many of them interrupts my ability to land good shots from range, as well as starts to make for a competition for whether or not I get full EXP, none of which I need. Secondly, I can always come back and res them later. You know, if my current crop die, so it's sort of a means of being able to replenish them even. And finally, because I'm a little lazy. To do that on every single one takes a lot of energy. I'm not yet ready to turn off my automatic... Oh god, did I... I bet I didn't drop my curing potions. Nope, I forgot to drop my curing potions at my grand stash. Shit. I'm gonna have to go back to do that. Well, since I stripped off a cloak, I'll wear yours. 0 is better than -1 after all. But yeah, 20 curing potions. That's a rather impressive number in my mind. I've gone games where I won, but never quite had that many potions of curing. But I suppose there's really not a lot that I need to cure out of. I mean, typically curing is out of confusion and poison. But what is it? I'm quite resistant to hostile enchantments, and I haven't put myself in a situation where I would have been confused very much. And the few times I have been in that situation, it hasn't lasted very long. Come on, why don't you check out the store? I mean, I know, I'm not going to want anything, but I'm a window shopper, damn it. Oh, it's abandoned and closed. Heh, that's a good reason. Okay, Manual of Slings is not worth having. Book of Necromancy I don't need. It's a catalog of good luck. Control Telly could actually prove useful. Not worth sinking 627 into without spell levels to spare, but useful. Regeneration, less so, but who knows, maybe. Party Trick Summon Butterflies is actually a very nice combo, but 650 is a steep price for it. And at the end of the day, I have Fireball and I have Wizardry in stock, so I don't need this book anymore. Honestly, I made the right choice when I went with Sifmuna, given just how good the stuff I got from him is. Or maybe even whether or not I made the right choice, I'm happy I chose him because he's given me all the right stuff. That I can go to a bookstore like that and not even be tempted despite the prices. That's the one I had my eye on. 1549 int +4 RF++. Very respectable choice of weapon, and I just made the money. The downsides are that I won't be able to use a staff of hungerlessness for my spells, which is, I guess, something I might have liked to do. I won't be able to use an AC booster in that slot, or a defense booster. Well, and I'm getting RF++. That's respectable in and of itself. I guess the downside is that I won't be able to be excited about new weapons because I'll already have one, is what this comes down to. And that's not a downside. That's just nostalgia feeling. I'm still in need of good everything else. The only thing that is a genuine concern is if I find there's a specific Naga barding that gives you rapid movement. It's like it has an inbuilt swiftness. I think it's called lightning scales. If I find that and it costs a ton of money, and I've already burned a ton of money, I'm gonna feel really, really, really bad. But that is such a niche scenario for me to describe that playing as if that had happened already is just bad logic. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and drop a poison cloud and then just hover out of the way until, the way presents itself for its own demise. Okay, we're gonna activate swiftness and get the hell out of here. Do I have a blink scroll? Fear first, blink second if necessary. Unfortunately, that is not a known staircase, so I can't use it as a safe escape. So I have to heal or blink or something. Let's do heal with curing. Staying out of sight, or out of line of sight, I should say, so I have time to drink several of them, and then to instantly gib him when he comes into sight of me. Thanks to my stealth, I should be able to get away, and my swiftness spell helped a lot too. Go upstairs, recover. Just recover. Try a different... Yeah, okay, so all three of these are in fact known staircases and are all in fact safe. If I had known that, I would have not been as worried. I didn't want to use up my heal wounds because I have less of them. Plenty of them. I could have used them if it was at all important, but I figured I could make it without, and I totally could. Oh, sweet. God gift and intelligence boost. Nothing here that I need, though. Thank you. You've already given me the good stuff out of that. You're not going to hear me speak that ill towards my god for the rest of this game. Even if he just keeps giving me crap, it's going to take until I'm trying to farm for level 9 spells or something before I actually get upset with him. He's given me every spell I need to get through the mid-game, on schedule, nay, ahead of schedule. Hard to really fault him for anything at that point. We need to eat something in order to be able to shoot again. There we go. I'm very sick. Can we cure out of this? Thank you. I wonder if that cured the nausea too. I'm not sure. If it did, that would actually be a really nice thing to know. But in my experience, that hasn't been the case. It'd be nice if fluids, like the water potion, had the effect of curing nausea. Kind of like in real life, the solution to stomach viruses, which is to use the layman's term for gastroenteritis, is fluid hydration and maintaining hydration status. Okay, are all of you rotten? Yes, all of these are rotten. Okay. Okay, perfect. Swiftness first, poison second, bale third. That's a large enough array of allies that I'm hopeful that they will stall the Orc Warlord long enough for him to die. But I can't be sure. How weak are you? He's at full health or close to it, so we're just going to teleport. Fortunately, we teleported to the worst possible place. Well, not worst possible, but just as bad a place. Self-teleport again. Are you kidding me? Okay, we teleported to a bad place yet again. Teleport a third time. This is why we initiated this teleport series so early, by the way, rather than waiting until things were at their most dire. But I kind of wanted to reorient so that the battle was in my favor. Not kind of in my favor, but unequivocally in my favor. Alright, you know what, you guys? I don't know what you think you are, but let me tell you, in case you've forgotten, let me remind you, you are orcs. You have no hope. I was able to kill you guys before I had half the spells I have now. Numerically, not by power. You're gonna die to me now. I'm just gonna poison you until you're dead. No questions asked. All of you are shooting at me. You know, I really should have taken the time to memorize repel missiles. It might have been a very good choice for me. And thanks to Sifmoon, I could totally have forgotten it on a whim. Like the moment this situation was done. And it's not like I'm not going to get it in the long run. It's a great spell to have. By the time I do Volt 8, you can guarantee I'll have it. Gosh. I'm basically running on empty in terms of my health, or my hunger total. Have been for a while. It's nice to be able to ignore nausea, though. Okay, we're very deep in their territory again. Let's start backing out. Use the orc to make them think twice before shooting at me. Disintegrate my way through this, please. If you still want to follow me, by all means, try. Some of them actually did try. That's why I'm getting kill credit. Okay, did I just see something attack me? No? Okay, good. Let's clear out all this mess. Use up a ration. Lord knows I have too many of them anyway. It's the bolts that are doing me in. Even the weakest orc is still something of a danger with a crossbow bolt in his hand. Crossbow with bolts in his hand. Especially if I'm ignoring him in favor of some greater threat. It's like zerglings. You can kill them quickly, but if you don't, you will take a lot of damage. And when they come in large enough swarms, they can still be quite devastating. Alright, everything here is dead. Everything here is still dead. Burninate the countryside. Burninate so that no one survive. Hell, animate skeleton animate dead could prove to be a nice spell touch for me, just given how much use I'm making of its little cousin, animate skeleton. Though I've already discussed why I prefer animate skeleton, so you know, there's that. Come on, just die. All of you, die. Okay, I think that's about it. There's only so many more enemies you can fit in this level. Maybe another wave of centaurs, 2 tops. Okay, I picked up all the centaur flesh, good. That'll keep me satisfied for a while. Blah 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 blah, nothing I care about. Blah 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 blah. Identifies are nice. They're not strictly required. Blinking is nice, it saves your life. Ooh, artifact cloak, and for cheap. Color me tickled interested. Okay, none of those words were correct. Okay, so there's a bunch of enchant weapon pluses that I'm not really willing to plunk down good money to buy, or even bad money to buy. I will pick up the cheap identifies because I really do want to ID some stuff. Okay, that wasn't a book. Let's do the Twisted Cloak. Wow! So I lose out on 2 AC, but I gain Strength and Int. Very nice. This Amulet, Arc Corrosion, and Protection from Magic. You can ditch the Protection from Magic right now. I'm not using up a ring slot on it. Resist Corrosion is great, and I do prefer my current setup to anything else for the moment. In fact, I'm even going to ditch the Int +1 ring. There's just so few scenarios under which I'd use. Well, Levitation does give me an access to an escape that I otherwise lack. I don't want to lose it and then need it, so we'll hang on to it. This book, on the other hand, can go. Wear the Artifact Cloak of Awesome. Ditch the Cloak of Nothing. And, yeah, my spell hunger on Fireball is actually pretty darn low now, on account of all the intelligence boosting I've done. Conjurations of Poison and Fire, all being trained very well. So let's move on with the auto-exploring. And this video has already become what? It's probably been just under or just over 2 hours in length. So, Christ, I was anticipating it was going to be a little bit on the long side, but I'll be real with you and say that I didn't expect to live this long. Much as I wanted to do this all in a single segment, my voice is getting parched and my throat is getting sore. I'm seriously considering stopping just to take care of myself, but that would require cutting the vid in half, so we'll see. For the time being, the real question is whether or not to make good on the original plan to buy a resist fire sword. And I'm going to say yes. I can't think of a good reason not to, or at least not a reason that would convince me. Artifact and weapon, there is only one. It is that. Off we go. I'm at the point where I can use fireball and magic missile almost interchangeably. Not really, but you know, one of them still costs a lot more mana than the other. That's the big difference. Alright, there's the sword in question. Oh, and it's holy too, I forgot about that. So now, with that intelligence boost, I actually do have hungerless spellcasting, which is fantastic. And, reliable spellcasting on my level 6s. Wow. So, what does it take me to memorize haste now? Just a few more levels of charms and 3 more spellcasting levels? Okay. We're going to turn off poison, I think. No, poison arrow still really needs the help. I'll turn it off for the time being, at least, just to focus my gains a little bit. I also need to start acting out like I'm vulnerable, so pick up some defense skills, lose some offense skills. The moment spellcasting hits the next whole number, I'm going to turn it off, because 5 is too many. Okay, well, that just leaves us where to go next, and obviously the only where you can go when you're doing well is down. So I just had a thought. I'm going to go to the swamp. I mean, there's no reason I can't, right? I should be able to take it on. I'm powerful enough. I have good enough spells. And that is technically, like, the correct next place to go. Actually, what you should do is clear dungeon floors until you're, like, at the lair, then turn around and come back for it. But, I don't know. I feel like being a little bit bolder. I think I can make this work. It would be nice to have flight or levitation of some kind, like, at my beck and call before I really started pushing into here, but whatever. Definitely focusing on using Fireball more than Poison Arrow. Okay. I just remembered something that I'd forgotten before, and I'm not going all the way back to do it now, but what I will do is drop 9 potions of curing right here where we stand, as well as this ring that well, it has levitation on it. Let's keep it. Never know. If I get sent to the abyss somehow or something, levitation could very well save my life. Of course, at that point, I'm more likely to quaff a potion, but I don't have a quaffable, so yeah, whatever. Off we go. Poke. You know what I would really like right now is Ignite Poison. The unholy union between, well, okay, I say I would like it, and I guess I kind of would, but really I'm better off fireballing or poisoning based on what I'm up against, rather than trying to do the combination. What was it that I just picked up right now? I already forgot. Oh, a potion. Well, we need ID scrolls to figure out what it is, and if it's Cure Mutation, it will be worth saving. Then again, it can't be mutations, so how bad can it really be to just drink it? Where's the strange disturbance? It's dead now is what it is. So the real question is, can I take on dragons or can't I? Because that's gonna be the big enemy to have to deal with in the end here. I guess the lesser question is, will I or will I not encounter NaWz? Because he can still beat the crap out of me, I'm sure. Possibly more so given how slow a creature I am. And how reliant I am on spells to make that not lethal. In fact, let's recharge the Wand of Teleportation yet again. Because I dare not find myself against NaWz without having charges of an evocable teleport. And just in general, I like using my teleport wand with confidence that it's not going to get me killed to do so. So that requires knowing exactly how many charges are. Hell, do I still have that ID scroll? Yeah. Let's ID the metallic potion. And you know how I said there was only one potion that would be worth IDing? I just ID'd it. Cure Mutation. Let's leave that behind. I kind of want to play the mutation lottery at this point and drink intentionally a mutation potion just to see what happens since I've gotten so lucky so far. But let's avoid doing intentionally stupid things. Since I don't have any means of resisting mutation, that may end up being my only salvation in the unfortunate case where I end up getting heavily mutated somehow. Well, there was a staff. Tell me what it is. Now ditch it. Now wield the real stuff. Okay. Remind me, hungerless or near hungerless? No, fireball is totally hungerless. Okay. I really want the alligator to come upstairs with me. Perfect. You did. Unfortunately, it wasn't me who got the kill, but my Hydra. Fortunately, I lived. Not that that was ever in real doubt in my mind, but whatever. Yeah, I need to be much more liberal with using fireballs and a little bit less so with using poison arrow. It's just that it's such a natural impulse when my target is just the right distance to use that, and poison arrow outranges my fireballs. Definitely willing to use a little bit of stronger force there. Why don't you guys just turn loose on him? I don't want to waste my mana. Oh, you can't read a rod, right? You can wield a rod. Rod of Destruction with Inaccuracy, Magma, and Cold. Remind me what that does exactly. Bolts. Only bolts. I don't really care for it, honestly. Not considering that I'm capable of doing better with my spells for most of those. But the real point of it is that it works even when I'm out of mana. So we're going to hang on to it. Until, weight becomes an issue or something, at which point we'll ditch it like a sack of crap. Unfortunately, we will find that unlike a sack of crap, which frees up much space, it is merely a piece of crap, and therefore only one space will be retrieved. Boo-hoo. Okay, that's several more swamp worms. All down the hatch, or just downed. Burninate in the countryside. Yeah, between my robe of the Archmagus and the sheer quantity of intelligence boosters I'm rocking, these are some really hard-hitting spells. The spell power on these fireballs is pretty impressive. I'm not surprised that it's one-shotting things quite as easily as it is. I am surprised that I'm getting lucky as opposed to unlucky, which seems to be more my shtick, but I guess everybody has to have his day, and I have admittedly gotten used to playing much weaker class race builds than a decent mage type race plus a book of wizardry or book of minor magic, which I still think is either the best or one of the most solid openings, even post imp nerfs. I remember back when Summon Imp still carried out their individual spells. Like, they would freeze and reanimate dead and such. Simpler times. Okay, I promised I would turn off spellcasting at 13, so let's make good on my promise to myself. I do have 44 mana, and I have Hungerlessness level 5s, so the key reasons to train it are gone. The only real reason would be to get my haste up faster, and I'm going to get that pretty soon, once I hit a level up or two. So, it's not really that big a deal. Come on, gather closer. Alright, fine. Ooh, new book. I am tempted. Flight, one of my favorite choice spells to have. I will hang on to it until I have the excess spell levels free to choose to take it. However, I don't know that I'm necessarily going to have that. I'm not saying flight is a great utility. My words were, and I chose them carefully, one of my favorites. Because that's what it is. It's truthfully not necessarily the best utility spell. Swiftness is obviously probably better. And I love swiftness. Make no mistake, I consider getting swiftness a very important step in a successful run. But the one that I like, just for likeness' sake, I love the concept of it. I love feeling like I'm flying around a wizard aloft by his own magic as he kills everything that moves and a couple things that don't. Yeah, it's a good feel. Corpse rot and a bunch of other crap that I don't care about, including the corpse rot. So we're just going to get rid of that. Kill you. I'm surprised how far you were able to go. Oh, that's a bog body. Which unfortunately meant that, yep, he created ice, and I got nailed by the ice. Oh, I'm out of mana, that's the problem. Let's fix that first. And there's enemies coming behind this guy. There they are. Blink? Am I standing inside of a frost cloud? I am. I need to kill these guys fast. Okay, problem solved. What did I lose in the bargain? Invisibility. Nothing really important. That was a significant amount of damage to take all at once, actually. I'm impressed he pulled off that kind of damage that easily. Well, I guess I don't know that it was easy. He could have rolled maximally on his damage dice, along with the ice cloud. Beautiful. Absolutely wonderful. We're just gonna burn the hell out of you, bro. And you're dead now. I hope you're happy. Think about what you did. I don't see any alligators, but if I did, they'd probably look a lot different when I was done with them. That took a lot of magic, actually. Let's go ahead and get my magic back. Okay, that's 3 floors of the swamp pretty much entirely cleared. Oh, I thought you were coming towards me. I didn't know you were running for it. Oh, wow. So yeah, I think Nagas do selectively breed their own intelligence, because that's the 3rd time that I've seen that message, or 4th time that I've seen that message this game. And I don't remember it saying your strength increases or your dex increases, so... Yeah. I don't see the giant leech. Oh, there he is. Innate resistance to poison. It's a good thing. Let's try these doors because they are nearby each other. Boom. Boom again. Boom. Not a 3rd time, unfortunately. Oh, wait. Did I say not a 3rd time? Because I totally meant a 3rd, a 4th, and a 5th, and now I've shot my wad, and I'm afraid I must run. And if I die to a piece of friggin' goo, I'm gonna be very embarrassed. Guys, sick him. Thank you. Nom noms. Burn everything else. I can't believe I even considered the possibility of saving my money for later. I already have more money than I know what to do with. I mean, don't get me wrong, if I see the lightning scales and it's in a shop and I don't have the money for it, I'm going to be very upset. Because I could have had like 2,000 gold right now. But I'm not going to see that in a shop. And if I do, the more logical reaction would be to recognize how improbable it was that would happen. So, whatever. Okay, so far so good. Let's see about where to go next. I wonder if my... No, Holy apparently does not deal extra damage to vampire mosquitoes. This is odd, I would have expected that it would. There's nothing unholy about vampirism. Just feels unsavory is all. Shoot into the dark. Okay, I can't shoot beyond my LOS like that. Alright, poke. Wait, what? Why did I stop? Oh, because there's a crocodile. Keep going. It said almost dead. I like when it says almost dead, but I know they're poisoned, so they end up dead after a little while. It's like, oh, retreat all you want, it won't save you. All it will do is decrease the possibility of you dealing me damage with your last breath. That's not a dragon. It's a crocodile hiding by the staircase. Also, I don't know if you missed it earlier, but I effortlessly dispatched the swamp dragons, so clearly they're not the terrors that I feared they might have been, with the exception of named Unique, who proves to be more than I can handle, or my own hubris, there's that, or banishment to the abyss, which is not impossible in a place like this. I should be okay with anything they throw at me, provided I take it a few pieces at a time, and that the rune chamber is not made out of something I can't deal with. Like, you know, miasma clouds or worse. Alright, well, what the hell am I gonna do here? Before you turn up into super slime. There we go. Excellent. Okay, less excellent. Let's get out of here. Mostly because I'm low on mana. And oh, Christ. That's a great time for these guys to appear. I'm heading towards a dead end. Let's not let that happen. Initiate teleport, please. Thank you. You, come closer. All of you, come closer. I want to try and hit you guys when it's maximally effective mana-wise to do so. I'm pretty sure that fire is either hard to dodge or impossible to dodge. Fireball, I mean. And I don't mean like tricky, I mean like the game does not allow this. To be dodged. Shit. How do these things deal so much damage and take so much damage? I don't understand. Okay, what we're gonna do is poison arrow. And hopefully that will kill the super slime. Yep, we got the super slime with that. And then we're just gonna channel back mana until I feel satisfied. I will eat as necessary in the meantime, and then boom, finish. Okay. Just do a ration, I don't care. Next floor. The other thing about the swamp is that it just keeps sending shit at you. It's very hard to get a sense that you full cleared it because enemies that you areas that you crossed have enemies you couldn't see the first time because they were half submerged, and then enemies move around from other places and show up there again. And of course new enemies spawn because you're taking so long trying to deal with the enemies that sunk into the swamp and then came back up over and over. So it's kind of tricky to figure out when you've cleared stuff and when you haven't in the swamp. So I just settle for I've cleared some stuff. Back to the lair, please, to drop off my potion of cure mutation. It's the second one I found, which is quite good. Quite good indeed. Alright, we have succeeded in the first 4 floors, off to the final floor. And before I forget, expose all doors so that I know where to retreat to in the unlikely but possible event that I need to. Please take a body with you before you retreat. To eat. Why else? Okay, I should have killed several enemies there, and I'm pretty sure I did. This is a dangerous door because it leads directly to the end game, so I will mark it. We'll heal up fully, and we'll try the safer door, which is actually just north of the dangerous door. Perfect. This is exactly the location I would have wanted it to be. Checking out this direction just to make sure I'm not going to get flanked horribly. Maybe flanked non-horribly, but not horribly. Yep, that seems to be the case. Okay, swiftness is on. There should be a couple hydras nearby. That's 1. That's 2. And now new enemies are going to come out the door. I want to be in position to receive them. Unfortunately, I didn't get into position properly. Okay, there we go. Even more unfortunately, I screwed up a couple times there, so let's just get out. No need to die. No need at all. Okay, you all happy? Everybody satisfied except, the dead guy? Great. Now I have allies. That should make it significantly harder for them to surprise me. And I don't just mean allies as in allies, I mean allies as in worthwhile, powerful, or erstwhile powerful allies. Powerful in theory, whether or not they are in practice. And a god gift. I'll take the turn to pick it up. Kill the last of these guys, and then go back up to my base to read and regenerate. Nothing exciting here, but less because there's nothing exciting, and more because I've already got it all. You guys are immune to poison, so I'm just gonna sick my cronies on you and put myself in a position to kill your master. If I had Freezing Cloud, I would so be using it right now. It would be a fantastic choice. Oh, because you're a super slime, I will poison you. Kill the dragon. Am I on a staircase? I need to make sure I don't get pushed off this staircase by dragons. Blink. Should have just enough mana to finish him. But not if they pin me like this. Okay, he died on his own. Thank God. Yeah, you can step into the travel exclusion. I don't care. Okay. Swiftness active. In we go. We are really decompressing the main chamber. What this I suspect is the rune chamber very efficiently here. We've killed 4 to 5 Hydra / dragons each pull or each trip down, and left with barely a hair singed. Now here, oh wow, okay, I expected my guys to bite the dust, but I guess I underestimated just how powerful they really were. Yes, slither into that. Get back your health or your mana and go to town on this guy. Eat a bread ration, just to speed things along. Okay, back into the rune chamber. Raise the dead. Necromantic summoning can now be done on an outpatient basis. Ooh, Hell Knights imply Marjorie. And that implies... Wait, are you guys immune to poison or something? No. Immune to fire, so the fireballs would be a bad idea here. This, on the other hand, would not. Just wash the chamber out in poison so that if they approach, they have to walk through it. Activate swiftness just in case. I think Marjorie just stepped into the poison. Yes, she did. She's wearing fire dragon armor, which confers no resistance to it. Whatever else she's doing, I just want to make sure I'm not in range of Bad News Bear's time. When eventually she works her way out. She is poisoned. The Hell Knights are poisoned. It's only a matter of time before all these guys die. And in this version of the game, unlike the retarded version, summoned animals will follow their most basic instinct and continue to attack rather than, you know, drop all sense of aggro the moment their master is out of view. Especially if they're being attacked. In any event, Marjorie is dead and... Oh, crap! She wore the fire dragon armor. You son of a bitch. Okay, I didn't anticipate her becoming hostile, but... It's not for you. Don't get me wrong, it's not for me either, but later on in the game when I do a search for armors, I don't want the fire dragon armor to not turn up because it's being worn by a skeleton. Oh, right, because I killed these guys, there's going to be this beautiful runed glowing trident, probably of fire, just hanging around. Not important though. I have a much better weapon. Double resist fire. It's the reason that the Hell Knights were so ineffective. Beyond, you know, the fact that they never really got a straight shot at me. You're poisoned. You're not going to last very long. There you go. Flee. Are you still not dead? Now you're dead. Before the thing gets any closer, just shoot it dead. Okay, we should get back upstairs. We've been down here quite a long time, and... Oh! There's the Lernaean Hydra. Blink out of trouble and initiate a teleport and just run. Run, 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 run. Good. You know what? Don't waste your mana. We're getting out of here, right? So, confuse the key targets, which is everyone. Do I have a blink scroll? Just use the blink scroll and survive, please. That was unexpected. I'm going to use the spare blink scroll to guarantee my escape. Because with Mennas activated, there was very little chance of survival that close with that much going against me and no mana. I don't even know where the orb is in that, or the rune is in that chamber. Part of me wants to go back, ninja the rune, and get out. But the much smarter part of me knows that I have much, much better odds of doing that with control teleport under my belt. So I need to bear that in mind. I'm also kind of tired. 2.5 hours and 45 minutes of consecutive commentating is draining me. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to initiate a level annotation on the other side of the current stairs, which is a warning. Mennas plus Lernaean Hydra. Ninja rune only if you are ready with C Telly. I am refused to go there by accident ever again. Or ever, period. Because that guy is a beast. And Mennas is a beast, and together they are a beastly combo. The thing that irritates me is I'm sure that the rune is like sitting right there, but I can't go back for it. I'm equally sure that I could kill the Lernaean Hydra if I had, haste and the right setup, but I don't. I'm not far though, and I did level up, so that was totally worth it. That was a good jaunt. Next, let's go to the spider nest. Admittedly, doing things a little out of order from my usual, but who cares? It is time to try new things, and it's not like it's not going to work. As long as you can kill a demonic crawler, you can totally hold your own here, and I can do that. Oh, let's get out. I'm getting swarmed. And I leveled up! Hooray! Do you know what that means? It's time for Bozoland! And by that I mean haste. Oh, I will memorize it. There we go. Put haste on the letter Y. Conjurations of fire magic are still being super trained, which is fine. But now... lower that to normal trained and turn on charms. We need to elevate charms until eventually I'm able to cast haste effortlessly. Lord knows I'm a slow enough character that that's a worthwhile endeavor. I wouldn't mind an amulet, actually, if there's any in the level or in the game. I picked one up and didn't notice, so let's try it out. Guardian Spirit is a no-no. I need my mana way more than I need a few extra hit points. Before things go wrong, let's just blow the hell out of him, lest he send me to the abyss. That totally worked, thank God. I do also have, enough resist magic that there was a fair odds of me escaping. Against the spiders, poison is going to be an adequate weapon for most of them, so let's remember that and cast poison freely. Alright, ID the new ring. And while I'm at it, ID the Wand of Teleport. Now I know how many charges it has exactly. I don't have to be afraid to use it anymore. Their advantage is speed. They can catch up to me and swarm me easily. And that would have been true if I was a normal speed race. As a Naga, it's almost pitiable for how easily they can quickly muster an army at any location that I step foot. But that's how a good spider den ought to be shaped. And I don't mean a spider den in this game. I mean a spider den as the concept of spider dens. Eat the bread ration off the floor just because I'm lazy and don't feel like worrying about carrying it. Alright, next floor. Alright, obviously there's things that are hissing, so let's just drop Poison Cloud and limit their approach. Resistance to poison. Gotta love it. Come at me, bro. You dead, bro. I need to get used to dropping poison clouds instead of poison arrows in this level. Totally walk towards the orb of destruction to minimize the damage there since it was initiated so close to me. It's Donald! That requires lots and lots and lots of poison arrows. And, you know, hoping that they don't get reflected back at you by his shield and then that you get killed by them. He didn't have the shield of reflection. I should honestly have thought about it more before I started launching them off. But with Donald, it's kind of easy to just shoot him a lot. Try out these new wands. Oh, whoops. Try out these new wands. Fireball. Yep, that's fine with me. What are the new wands? Fire and fireball. Perfect. Drop poison in the hallway. And Sif gifts. Excellent. More poison down the hallway. What are we dealing with here? Nothing I care about, except maybe insulation for Nikola Tesla, but as long as I have a potion of resistance, that becomes superfluous, so nothing. Okay, where now? And doing the spider den without any form of trap detection is not necessarily a very good move. It's not. For those of you who watch my channel, you know that I have a vendetta almost, or a point of pride about avoiding ever training my traps and doors skill, which has only very rarely gotten me in trouble. For those of you unfamiliar with it, rest assured that this attitude of mine is not based in any sense of superior play or anything. It's just how I felt about it. And one change in 0.13 that would be very beneficial to me as a player is going to be when, you get all of that trap skill for free. Though that's obviously not here yet in version 0.11, and the number of things I don't like far outweighs that good one. Alright, Spider Nest 2 looks like it's just about done. Let's wrap this thing up, put a bow on it, and move on. Alright, yeah, that looks like that. So, next floor is 3. Just nailing things around here. Cold Fire, Draining Fireball. We'll lose Paralysis for sure out of those options. I figure out what this new wand is before I get rid of it. Hasting. Holy crap. Okay, I'll keep that. Thank you very much. That's 2 of the 3 yellow wands in the game. All I need now is the heal wand, and I'm set. Then I have the set. Not that I am set. Alright, I think that's about that. Man, I was doing so well in the swamp. I was all ready to just walk in there, take my rune, and leave. And now, I barely escape with my life, lose 2 of my 3 blinking scrolls, and have that sitting at the back of my head that I have to go back into that death trap again. Still, it could have been worse. NaWz could have been on floor 1, and that would have been far more dangerous. And then I would have been locked out of the swamp in its entirety instead of getting all that good loot and experience before having to turn around. I even got to kill all those dragons, so yeah, I have very little to complain about. Turn on swiftness and then start dropping clouds of poison. This seems like one of those cases where enemies are just going to come at me. I'm already confused, so might as well take advantage of their... Oh! This is not good. This is actually very not good. Use the curing potion and get out of here. How? Go invisible. can't see me if I'm invisible. If it can't see me, it can't drain me. And if it can't drain me, then I have the upper hand. And all I have to do is hit it with something big enough to kill it in 1 or 2 turns. Resists poison and cold, but it doesn't resist fire. Oh, come on, don't get away from me now. Whew. Okay, that was pretty darn terrifying. Okay, well, options. I can't do that trick again. I don't have any really good evocable invisibility or something clever that I can use. And the moment I say that, I pick up the Ring of Invisibility. Okay. So, the inkling of a plan is beginning to form in my head. I have this ambrosia. I can eat ambrosia to gain confusion and magic. I have the Ring of Invisibility. And I have teleports. Nope, this isn't really making any more sense now that I'm thinking it through. Basically what it comes down to is I'm going to have to be careful not to do anything terribly stupid. Ghost moths can and will kill me, but I have evocable teleports as well as scroll reading teleports. So if I'm clever and I make the right plays from out of their range, I shouldn't be in too much trouble. It will be nice. It would be smart of me to try and keep swiftness up at all times for the remainder of my stay here. Just as a precaution. Ooh, beyond my understanding. That's promising. What is it? It's a Necronomicon. I love this. Let's read up. I don't really care about any of these. I guess tell me about the Cold Wand. Ditch all of my auxiliary weapons. I don't need them anymore. I'm not going to use a glowing demon trident, even if it's the best in the world. I'd prefer resist fire ×2. And it's not an artifact, which means it can only have one property, which means it can't be as good as this in the capacity of resisting fire. Damage, I don't even use that kind of weapon, so. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. Let's just skip down to the next floor real quick. This is the final floor, so magic map it, please. This almost certainly is gonna have issues with ghost moths on this floor. Blink scroll could prove to be very useful. Always make sure you keep that handy. That could have hurt a lot more than it did. Fighting crime, trying to save the world. Here they come just in time. The Powerpuff Girls. Alright, that guy is a pain in the neck to touch. What am I thinking? I'm gonna die because I'm walking upstairs casually while adjacent to this thing. Alright, you know what? Heal wounds. Channel mana. Fuck channeling mana, just blink and shoot him. Okay, I'm actually gonna die because I'm playing stupidly. And that's gonna be very offensive. Let's heal up and Berserk Rage. Too hungry, fine. How do I get out of this? Teleport? Yeah, teleport's good. This is the fifth time, or not fifth time, fourth time it's teleported me near adjacent to where I teleported from this game. And that's getting very frustrating now that I'm about to die for it. Use up another teleport, I don't even care anymore. Okay, where am I? Exits are north. Enemies are here. I have just enough mana to make them dead. Okay, they're dead. Before you even think of doing anything else, eat something that you know is going to heal up your mana problems and get all your mana back right now. I refuse to play this stupid game where you try not to use your food and the result is that you die. Don't know what you're thinking, moron. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm clearly not playing a good game. I'm not just playing a not good game. I'm playing a terrible game right now. And it's getting me very close to killed. It's making me burn valuable resources in non-dangerous situations because I made them dangerous. I have to stop playing soon. And that means I have to give up on this being a single segment run. So, for better or worse, it's good to know your limits, and I'm pretty close to mine. I'm gonna give an honest shake at finishing the, getting at least one rune, and that means finishing up this chamber. But after that, this run is over. I'll have to come back to it some other time. Fire an orb of destruction, max distance, torch you, that's great. Yeah, you gotta know your limits, and I'm pretty close to mine right now in terms of being able to focus and play the game properly and not make stupid blunders. Gain intelligence potion. Wonderful. That's exactly what I wanted. I'm not being sarcastic. I actually really did want that. It looks like there's a whole bunch of nopes in here. So we're just gonna spread the poison throughout while we stand at the door and eat something to restore my hunger. Munch on stuff that here's my hunger more like. And then we're gonna walk inside and see what we can do about rooting out the survivors. Wow, the Cloudfill actually managed to get all the way through. Eat that cheese. Winsleydale. And ID the ring, please. Plus everything else that it lets me ID. Absolutely useless wand that I might as well drop. It has so few shots left. And it's not worth a recharge because I already have fire abilities that have much better modifiers thanks to my training. I can't see trapdoor spiders on the screen. Alright, let's finish up. Inside that chamber, almost certainly we're gonna have to deal with a scorpion. Almost certainly we're gonna have to deal with a minimum of one ghost moth, possibly more. Probably more. At least we don't have to wear See Invisible in order to see them. That comes naturally to a Naga. It's definitely a nice buff to have. Alright. I have managed to recover all my lost scrolls of blinking, thank God. So I feel less terrible. Oh, wait. What letter is Orb of Destruction on? Please put it on K. That's where I'm used to it. At least I think that's where I'm used to it. That's where I pressed without thinking. Potion of Mutation. See, that's why I was kind of like a mixed happy and sad that I got Potion of Gain Intelligence. I've kind of been wanting to drink a Potion of Mutation intentionally and see what came of it. But now that would mean giving up a guaranteed intelligence point, which isn't necessarily a good idea. In fact, it is probably a bad idea. Don't get me wrong, intelligence plus 1 is one of the least beneficial... not intelligence plus 1. The stats plus 1 are among the less beneficial of the positive mutations, but less beneficial is still beneficial and with no downsides. It's not like I had to take a negative to get that positive, so... Also, they stack up to like 20, I think, so there's that too. I'm confused? No, I'm not confused. You don't even know who you are. Alright, I think we're getting there. And the reason I kind of came back up to the 4th floor to clear stuff out more was because it is quite likely that I will escape in a near-death scenario from floor 5, and I would hate to do that only to walk into a death trap that I didn't clear out because I was lazy. The fact that this was even a hard decision to make is kind of emblematic of why I need to stop playing right now. I'm getting lazy. Really, I can come back to this whole place later when my melee prowess was even a little bit better, but why bother? I'm right here. Might as well finish the thing. Wherever you guys are, if you're in that chamber, you're gonna poison to death. Fine, cure out of your poison. I mean, I only have like 25 heal potions or curing potions. There's no reason to hoard them. The worst case scenario, I find a treasure trove that requires me to give most of them up, and I wish I had saved a few more, but that's just not very likely. Book of Earth, Iron Shot. Iron Shot is not a bad spell. I don't want it, but it's not a bad spell, actually. Oh, crap, you poisoned me, jerk. Whoa, 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 I'm taking a lot of damage here. Just blink out of that, please. Blink out of the danger. Kill everything else. And then hang around until I decide whether or not I need to cure. I do not. Eat bread. And we're done. Next floor. I said we're done. Next floor. Conjuration charms. Oh yeah, how's haste looking? 34%. Very good. Very good. Very good. Okay, first things first. Spell speed is of the essence. Swiftness and haste. We're going to open with a volley of poisonous clouds that will wipe out most of my aggressors here. In every direction. And then we're just going to start backing away nice and fast. Not slow. Fire, that's not bad. Fire again, not so bad. There's something blocking the doorway. By my count, nope. Oh, there we go. There's in fact a corpse in the way. Okay, I'm one item over the limit, I guess. So drop a bunch of random shit. The levitation ring. It's clearly not that helpful right now. Turn telecorpse, drop that. Good. As long as I can close the door, I'm happy. And make sure to keep that red staircase until it's needed. Okay, we have now put our head inside the lion's mouth. No saying whether we get in and out alive or not, but we will have to try. Swiftness and haste. Let's spread the poison. Spread that poison, baby. Spread the poison. Okay, I think that got rid of most my woes here. And I leveled up again, so again, boost intelligence. My strength of 17, granted some of that is on account of items, but that hardly means it's not my strength, is more than adequate for most of my needs. I wonder what this is doing here. I mean, did Spider seriously be like, we're carrying this all the way down to our lair? Keep flight. Keep dig. I don't need this book anymore because I already have the spell I want out of it. So that's the third book down. Lose it. Also lose the cursed ring of teleportation. I don't see myself using that ever. Yeah. Okay. Good. Good, good, good. Good, 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 good. Okay. So, stealth is back on. Not stealth, sorry, my stuff, my power is back up. It's time to go back into the fray. Conjurations and charms and all that is doing just fine. Wait, spellcasting is off? Turn spellcasting back on. It's kind of fallen down relative to the other skills here. Alright, I'm taking a lot of damage, so we're just gonna get out of here now. And go upstairs. By any staircase available that isn't, you know, red. By any real staircase. Okay, swiftness is back on. Head back in the direction of the last known. I thought I saw a demon corpse crawler or something, so kind of want to head back that same direction. Nope, nothing. Alright, swiftness. Eat some strawberries. So that should do. Back in we go. Tarantala, down. Now we're just gonna gas this whole corridor. We're gonna proactively gas, and we're gonna gas behind us on the prediction that the jumping spider will get there somehow. It did not. The gas, on the other hand, is definitely doing its work. Beware, wolf spiders are very dangerous. Why am I taking so much damage, though? Oh, because it gets multiple hits, because I'm slow. Shit. Okay, well, let's just get out of here again. Go up a floor. No need to take any chances with anything. What is that? It's a Goliath beetle? Let's get rid of it. Heal up. Eat a ration. Get back into the fray. We're decompressing this chamber one piece at a time. Nope, that's a ghost moth. How are we gonna kill it? How are we gonna kill it? Answer me. If you don't have an answer, back away. Swiftness. Haste. That was a fail of 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 haste, and now I've lost half my mana. So let's just get out of here. There is a ghost moth, don't forget it. Oh, you know what you should do? 70% fail and all, but nobody can see me here, so... Invisibility is active. Just blast it to death right now, when it can't see you. It can totally attack you and all, but it can't see you. And if it can't see you, it can't drain you. And if it can't drain you, it's harmless-ish. Poison you guys stack is so powerful. Red tier poison, it goes right through my resist poison. Okay, it doesn't go right through, but it does. It doesn't do very much. It's more likely to hit, despite the fact that I'm resist poisoning. I'm gonna die here because I'm wasting a lot of mana. Okay, heal up. I guess gas him. Yeah, the same 6 mana go a lot farther that way. My defense skills have been trained this entire time, and it's actually proven marginally useful, I suppose. Can't really speak to how good the evade training has been, but the health is unquestionably useful. Okay. At this point, being flanked is almost a given based on just how far in I am, so let's back out. None of those actually appeal to me. We're going to go all the way back to where we started, and then we're going to go the other direction. I know it sounds roundabout, but trust me, I have my reasons. If that door opens for some reason when I'm poking around from the long way, I'd rather know for certain that my back is to my enemies. Or, there are no enemies behind my back. There we go. Invisibility is on, which was done specifically because of this guy, whom I had seen coming. And now, I can back away slowly. Well, I actually need to eat, so let's butcher this guy and then eat him. I don't intend to eat the mutagenic corpse, but I just felt like butchering it, and just in case, I don't know, it revives somehow. Ghost moths scare me, in case that's not clear enough. Okay. Now, I think I want to make sure that I've ripped these nets apart as much as possible. Minimize the odds of being caught as I escape. Of course, it's silly, because if I am running this way, it's going to be with the intention... I'm just going to teleport, I'm not going to back away. The entire level is safe, it's only this area that's going to be dangerous. Safer. So, swiftness, haste, invisibility would be nice. Open the door. Good. I don't see any ghost moths. There's the ghost moth that I didn't see. We're going to begin by knocking out both sides, backing away so that I can get clear shots at the ghost moths, and then taking those clear shots at the ghost moths ASAP. Do I have a potion of magic? If not, eat the ambrosia, cure out of the confusion. That's going to be key. Blink or not to blink? That is the question. No, I'm swifted and hasted. I should be able to gain enough distance to boom! 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 Oh, that ambrosia was perfect. For those of you who don't know what ambrosia does, apart from satiating much hunger, it also guarantees a fairly significant amount of mana, and it's virtually guaranteed to attempt to confuse you. Obviously, if you resist confusion somehow, it's not that big a deal. I don't resist confusion, but I can, get around it, and since I was invisible, I figured I had a couple turns worth of time to play with. The only thing behind this door that could really scare me would be a named unique or a ghost moth. One of these possibilities I can prepare for immediately. The other, I don't need to. And there's nothing here, so it turns out I didn't need to prepare for either. Let's go back to the lair, please. Just go back to the lair. Fighting crime, trying to save the world. Here they come just in time. The Powerpuff Girls. Alright. Can't deny that is a catchy tune. Moth of Wrath is down. And off to the lair with us. Alright. And that is a rune secured. Level 18, 50% of the way on to the next level. A lot of good stuff overall, putting me in a very good position for continuing this game. And frankly, a very robust weapon set that is only lacking a... Get this, if Sifmuna gives me the right book, I'm basically going to be looking to upgrade to Firestorm pretty soon. I'm training 6 schools, that's obviously not okay, and the fact that I'm still dealing with this means I'm obviously not paying enough attention. I'm pretty tired. So, calling it here. Thank you all for watching. I'm sorry this couldn't be the single segment completion win or lose that I wanted it to be, because 3.5 hours later, I am dying here. At least in real life, not necessarily in game, which is, I suppose, better. So, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and or share my videos and all, and help me grow my channel. It's kind of important to me. Thank you. I hope you've enjoyed this return to roots with a nice big crawl video to go along with the weekly crawl vids, since I've been doing so many other games as well. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time.